Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Startup Express 2020 pitching finals will start in 5 minutes. Watch live from wherever you are on Earth. And remember, if you're watching on Facebook Live, come on over and log into our official broadcast page to enjoy live Q&A and live polling sessions. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
Really impressed by all the startups presented today, ranging from biotech to internet, e-commerce, or even into industrial use.
It's come across China, Hong Kong, and Asia, and also the US team. And then all the talents come to Hong Kong and then keep that pitch.
Not just talking, but they are really like a survivor. They are really battle in the battlefield.
Some really has innovative ideas and solutions.
Their solution is actually carrying a social mission as well.
We have demonstrated that Hong Kong is really the innovation technology center globally.
I believe they can all be implemented successfully, and we need to support them.
I'm really fascinated.
I'm quite look forward for the startup for the jump into the next stage.
The international investment community should pay a lot more attention to the innovation technology here in Hong Kong and help those startups to scale globally.
I do think they can bring social value to Hong Kong, and I do think like HKTDC can help them to expand further.
Startup Express 2020 pitching final on 10th June. See you online.
Hello everyone, the HKTDC 2020 Startup Express. It will be held on June 10th. I'll see you then.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in Hong Kong. Welcome to the final pitching of Startup Express 2020. My name is Vivek Mahbubani and I'll be your moderator today. So if you're tuning in from Hong Kong, well, 大家好嘛. And of course, if you're sipping your morning 8 a.m. coffee down in London, well, good morning. And if you're enjoying a late night snack over in New York at 3 in the morning, well, you are a dedicated startup fan. Now, Startup Express is a startup development program organized by HKTDC with the support of our strategic partner, AMTD Group. Startup Express aims to assist local startups and expanding markets by taking part in local and international events and exhibitions and meeting with successful leaders to build connections. Now, to enhance their brand awareness by extensive media coverage as well. Now, this year, HKTDC has decided to have the pitching finals live broadcasted online so people all over the world can witness this important moment for Hong Kong startups. Now, we may be physically apart, but we're virtually right next to each other. So to further engage with you, we actually also have live Q&A and live polling sessions after each presentation. So you can have your vote in the My Favorite Startup Award by letting us know who you like the most. And remember, to take part in all of these, you must be logged into our official broadcast page. So next to my screen right now, actually, you will see the Q&A and live polling buttons. And if you don't see these buttons, remember, you got to log into our official broadcasting page to enjoy these extra perks as well. So let's do a quick live polling just to make sure we all know how this all works. Simple polling. Next to my screen, you will see a question that says, is our moderator handsome? And the answer is that you get to choose between yes and very yes. All right, so guys, put in your votes. Let me know what you think. If the moderator is handsome, it's a yes or very yes. Real quick, I'm giving you 5 more seconds, everyone. Yes or very yes. I like both the answers. And finally, putting in the votes. Okay, there we go. We tally up the votes later on, but I think I like whatever the answer is. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to introduce our judges here today with us, so please join me in welcoming them one by one. Let me introduce them. First of all, we've got Mr. Calvin Choi, Chairman and CEO of AMTD Group. Say hi to everyone to the camera, Calvin. All right. We have real audience as well here today. All right, Mr. Jason Chiu, the Chairman of Hong Kong Startup Council. Ms. Cindy Chow, Executive Director, Alibaba Hong Kong Entrepreneurs Fund. Say hi, everyone. Mr. Duncan Chiu, Co-founder and Managing Director of Radiant Venture Capital. And Mr. Herbert Chia, Venture Partner, Sequoia Capital, China. Now remember, just like our judges, you also have your chance to have a say in joining our online polls and the Q&A sessions, and of course, to remember to vote for My Favorite Startup Award. And the winners of 2019 actually have been joining quite a lot of different activities through Startup Express. Many of them have entered new markets in the United States, Europe, mainland China, and some even found partners through activities organized by the HKTDC. Now, to give you a taste of what they've been experiencing and enjoying, let's take a quick look at their journey of success.
Top 市場。
真曝光 Startup Express。
Raise your ticket.
Journey of success, more like adventurous excitement, man. I mean, like today we're here with one of the 2019 winners, Michelle from Moscato. She will be sharing her journey that she's been enjoying with Startup Express. Now, Michelle, first of all, welcome. This is a fascinating time to be talking to you. You joined an outbound mission to the U.S., right? Could you tell us more about what you experienced? Did you meet people? What happened over there?
It was a 4-day mission. It was very compact with a lot of activities, and we met a lot of different people. And I actually met like several partners, like potential partners there. And then one of them even came to Hong Kong, and then we met up in Hong Kong again. And we had tea in Hong Kong and all of that. So it's like we built relationship that still lasts until now. And also because my industry is more in the aromatherapy, perfumery industry, I actually met some people who actually can blend perfumes and sell their products in the US. So we got to talk way more about the industry.
So did this actually kind of shape and change your goal of what your work is? I mean, you're meeting new people, new ideas, you're talking about having them come to Hong Kong and talking with you. Did it completely shift your mindset from 1 year ago, from what you think you could take?
I think rather than changing it completely, it's more like refining. Now that I can see, what kind of channels do they actually use to market their products, and how we can also translate that to our own strategy. It's more like refining the strategy, and whether we want to actually when we want to go to the US market, how we can actually do that.
Okay, so the US market you kind of understand. I mean, what's the next market you're hoping to go? Where do you think Startup Express will take you as well?
We're looking at way more markets now, but we do it one at a time. Yeah.
Okay. So compare yourself 1 year ago before you won this, right? You know, what were your thinking of global mindset? How big do you think the world was compared to today? Do you think it's a completely different mindset, or just more expanded?
I think it's more expanded and more detailed. I would say more realistic. Like maybe 1 year ago, I was like, I had this imagination of how things would work. But 1 year later, after meeting lots of different people who actually do the business and actually serve the customers, I get to understand what kind of strategies they take and what kind of partners they partner up with to actually make their to realize their dreams, you know. So now it's more detailed and I would say more realistic.
Okay, more realistic, right? I mean, it's also good to kind of come down, you know, imagination is a great thing, but that's having practical knowledge as well, how to work with the markets. So finally, I mean, today we've got, 21 different teams coming up here to pitch. They're probably nervous and excited, probably exactly what you felt this time last year. Any tips or advice you can give them? We have a couple of minutes here you want to share with them. Any ideas to say, how can we win? That's what we want to know.
Be enthusiastic and be excited.
Be enthusiastic, be excited, right? So I could see from your face as well, you're excited as well, just smiling, thinking about everything.
Very excited to be here.
One last thing, like before I get everyone on here, people are nervous. How do you calm your nerves before every meeting or every presentation you have to do?
Before every presentation, use essential oil, particularly Aromio, our brand.
Wow, look at that, all right? Marketing is a key over here. Thanks so much, Michelle. Thank you so much. Take it easy. We learned a lot from you as well. All right, with that, guys, I think it is time for us to get this going now. Today, we have come to the main event with 21 finalists here to pitch, and we're going to choose 11 winners at the end of today's program. Now, during their pitching, you will get to see their marketing strategies, their products or services, and potential to be extended to overseas markets. Now, to ensure fairness, we have randomly sequenced the order of pitches. So let's take a look at the pitching order for the finals right now. As you can see, these will be the first 10 teams that will be sharing their stories and their ideas with us, with our judges. The first 10 teams, and each team will be given 3 minutes for pitching, 3 minutes for Q&A sessions, and the judging panel and you from the public get to ask you questions. The final results will be announced at the end of today's programs. Now, each startup will be judged on 3 criteria: their product or service, marketing strategy, and potential to be scaled overseas. And of course, I have to be the bad guy because we only have 3 minutes for talking, 3 minutes of Q&A, and I will have a sharp cut. So if you come up and see me saying, stop now, I'm doing my job. That's what I have to do, all right? So with that, finalists, are you ready? Make some noise if you are, guys. Ooh, they're nervous. They're nervous. But the judges, are you ready? Yeah? The judges, are good to go? Oh, I love this. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's start pitching. Introducing first our first team of today from Pantheon Lab Limited, a startup that uses deep learning technology to generate visual content specified by users. Please welcome Ivan Lau. Take it away. You start the day.
Thank you. Hi everyone. Good afternoon, judges. My name is Ivan. I'm the co-founder of Pantheon Lab. We are a deep learning company in Science Park, focusing on building visual content for solutions for the marketing industry. We do have 2 products, but due to the time constraint today, let's just focus with ADO, which brings up a pretty interesting market. As you may know, there is an upcoming trend on the internet right now, virtual influencer marketing. They are getting more and more engagement, and the younger audience is accepting the whole atmosphere. And no wonder, there's no surprise right now that you do see all these virtual influencers popping around the world. But the problem, of course, with the current CGI method, in order to produce one, it's going to take a lot of time and money. So it makes it unscalable. And without a huge investment, you're not talking about any photorealistics in them. So here's our solution. Introducing AVO. So we are an AI talent agency. With AI tech, we can produce photorealistic images of humans in scale, also in motion as well. And with a photorealistic approach, we are literally giving them a human touch. And our cost to produce one actually is 70% lower in terms of time and cost comparing to the traditional CGI method. And in terms of expandability, we are actually focusing on real-world applications such as in AR, like this one.
提醒大家，现在你准备要出门上班上课，衣服一定要穿暖，因为今天天气蛮凉的。
Yeah. And we are going to be soft launching in July and already in talks with following clients in entertainment, gaming, and retail sector. And with our full team of full stack team of AI talents, software developers, creatives, marketing, we are pretty sure we can bring this to the next level. Thank you. Questions? Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for. All right, thanks so much for that. Right. My apologies, I was too excited just diving into your topic. No okay, there we go, judges. This is time for you to ask your questions. If you have any, just let me know and I'll call your name out. Jason, you clearly have one, right?
Yes, Vivek. Ivan, great presentation. Very interesting product. Just want to know what is the business model, and also what does the validation look like for you? You know, if you were to validate this product that it has commercial value, what would that be?
Right. I guess for validations, it's actually been validated since 2018 with the current CGI models, virtual models popping out from US, from Europe, and now I think there are a few more in China and Japan. Like people are, from the statistics, the validations is already there.
Business model?
Business model will be quite interesting because we are, deep down, we are a tech company. So we are expanding in two routes. One would be offering as a software API model. The second one would be going through the model, traditional model agencies model, where we can sponsor models to brands. We can even create a model for them as their own virtual ambassadors.
Mr. Kevin Choi.
Good presentation. I just want to check that then for your technology, right?
Right.
I noted that this has been adopted by different countries, other companies as well. So what's the uniqueness of your model? I noted that you mentioned about time and cost saving, but then this is something that, you know, for other companies, competitors, much larger scale, they can actually doing something similar or outcompete you. So what are the uniqueness? How can you kind of maintain your core competence?
Right, very, very good question. Like currently with the mass market right now, they are still in the process of doing virtual models in the computer-generated imagery method, the CGI method. Our approach is actually doing all those generate with AI, where we can actually produce our models in minutes, if you were to say. And in terms of the productions, for example, if we're talking about movie industry, like they take forever and it takes millions of dollars to actually get those models going, where we could basically do it at, you know, one tenth of the cost and even less. Yeah.
All right. Half a minute left. Mr. Deng Chiu.
Thank you. Ivan, you briefly mentioned your team. Can you give us more background? You know, why would you guys come together, and what are the background that you perceive that you think you can excel in this area?
Right. Well, I myself came from a technical background as well. So we are still a tech company deep down. So we've been talking to a lot of people, especially in the AI world, where people just like, this is something pretty new compared to other AI approaches. We are going for
All right, I'm going to have to stop you right over there, Ivan. You'll have to share more about your company later on. But thank you so much, Ivan. Good luck with this. Good luck with the idea. And remember, online viewers, you can poll. You can let us know what you thought of that presentation. We're going to give you around 5 seconds. Quickly, let us know. Did you like that presentation? What do you think about it? Let us know in the polls. All right. Moving forward to team number 2 today from Oracle Limited, a startup that uses geospatial AI to accelerate the advent of smart, livable cities. Please welcome Clemens Tian.
Hello. Thank you, everyone. Right. Hi, I'm the co-founder of Oracle, and I'm also the CEO. And we're building future cities with geospatial AI. So we have 2 missions, one to predict future city developments, and second to identify optimal business locations. So we answer 2 questions, what and where, which is often asked by the real estate industry and the retail industry and also governments. So we offer a SaaS core platform for geospatial predictive analytics, realistic 3D visualizations, and generative AI designs. And we have a growing, unique, and proprietary database that we offer to do spatial analytics. So, for example, the real estate transaction prices, which shows the change in family structure. And when we overlay the data with the business's data, we could find unique trends and correlations from cross disciplines, which results in actionable insights, and it teaches us how to teach you to grow your business. Okay, some use cases would be for the real estate industry, for investment funds, retails and local businesses, and also governments. So let's look at a use case here. With our geospatial data, we could suggest the best locations for property development. And so we put the geospatial data into a 3D model, quickly generate it, and value the apartment according to the height and views. And also, we quickly generate thousands of 3D models, and we evaluate each scheme to find the best one. And this scheme actually matches a developer's project team scheme. So we're reducing the feasibility studies time from 30 days to 30 seconds, and also approximately saving a year in time. And our business model would be pushing the projects from the sell-side brokers to the buy-side developers or leasing teams. And the market would be $54 billion for property research and analytics. And here's our background. We have a co-founder there, San, for AI, and I was an architect with advisors from Y Combinator, and we have a 65 years experience in AI and architecture. So we work with some companies like Google, Y Combinator, AEF, AI Lab, AppWorks, Hong Kong Land, and so on. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Perfect timing right over there. So it's time for Q&A. Judges, do you have any questions you would like to ask Clement? Any curious ideas? Hey.
I'll start first.
There you go.
Clement, great presentation.
Thank you.
Can you comment and elaborate on the data sources and process of fusion to come up with the insights on your model?
Sure. Okay, so we have a data science and data engineering team, and they source different types of data according to business needs. And we also work with startups, for example, logistics startups, which could share the data on a platform to establish a win-win situation where data could be layered on top of each other and unique insights would be generated, business values would be generated. And we also partner with corporations who's comfortable with sharing data, realizing the open sharing economy that has larger benefits than the closed economy. So this is what we're building up to.
Right, Kevin, right there. You have a question?
Do we have any specific reports that are your basically most signature products, or it will be more tailor-made into individual needs, industry and also corporates, right? That's the first question. Secondly, I think it's something I asked for your further studying that I exactly have something similar, data intelligence unit. I would want to talk to you.
That's great.
Oh, that's a very good thing. Good for you. Any other questions, judges? You have a minute left if you're curious about anything.
So we'd like to answer your question. So we have two streams. One for the corporate stream, which you saw that we worked with Hong Kong Land for some 3D model and architectural design validation. And the other stream would be for the consumer level, which they could view a location's potential for investment. And we offer basic analytics for them. So it's basically a subscription-based model for the consumer. And we start with the project-based charging model for the corporates, but eventually we'd go to subscription.
Can you tell me one type of data that you think you are lack of right now, and if you can get it, it will help your business, and what is that?
Payment data is important for transactions, showing transactions,
Can you
but we do have
elaborate a little
partners.
bit on payment?
Yeah. We work with retail stores. For example, we work with a mall right now, and they provide their store transaction records for us, and we analyze them. But we're looking for more to get a more comprehensive picture.
Can you think of a way how to getting it?
Cooperate
now,
with...
do you have an idea of how to getting this data?
Well, we would see if they would have a win-win situation where they partner with us.
What kind of win-win situation then?
Like if they share part of the data they're comfortable with. so they would gain even more insights
And
from our
Longmars
platform.
or to the person or Longmars or what form?
Business partners, partnering to corporations.
I mean the data
All right.
form.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you over there. That 3 minutes Q&A. Good grilling, though. All right, very well done. Thank you very much, Clement.
Okay.
Good luck with that. Let's move on to team number 3. From Apodia, a startup that automates financial spreading. Please welcome. Oh, hold on. Got excited. Remember, do the polling as well. I get too hyped about this whole event. Remember to give your points, give your polling. Let us know what you thought of that. Moving on to our third team. Again, let me introduce it again. Apodia, a startup that automates financial spreading. Please welcome Justin Chiu. All right, Justin, the stage is yours.
Yes.
Blow 'em away.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Justin, and we are Podia. Okay. We are an AI startup company focusing on extracting textual insights from unstructured data. We especially focus on an area called NLP, natural language processing. NLP is a subset of AI. Sorry, NLP is a subset of AI that will let machines to understand language just like humans do. For example, if you read through an article called have apple, this word, you and me will know that apples refer to the apple we can eat or apple computers, but machine don't know. But after some intensive machine learning training, the machine can finally understand text just like humans do. That ignites many interesting business use cases in the real world. We are a team of over 30 data scientists, engineers, and accounting experts. Myself, I was an actuary before Apodia. My two partners, Hardy and Chini, they were from investment banking background. My head of data scientist, Ken, he was a data scientist from banks before with over 5 years machine learning experience on NLP projects. So we have done 2 rounds of fundraising, with the latest round done in 2019. Our lead investor was Pacific Century Group, and then the family office of Value Partners. Duncan and T12 was also our early stage investor as well. This is our existing clientele. And I want to share a real-world business use case we have been working with one of our banking clients. It involves credit lending process. In the past, the whole process involves many human input. For example, the bank staff will ask the clients to submit documents. The bank staff will check what the client submitted, and then the bank staff will try to convert what the client submitted and then into the forms that is readable for the bank's back-end process. The whole process can be dragged down for every part if involve human. So what we have been done is we have built a web portals. Back-end, it was all trained by financial statement. Interesting thing is financial statement is the key point of the whole submission. Financial statement, it was bound by accounting standard. But the thing is, each financial statement can vary a lot. Okay, from company A to company B, some company call that revenue, but some company call that turnover. But it essentially means the same thing. So it needs some kind of judgmental input that cannot be just simply solved by rule-based problem. Okay, what we have done is we recognize the tables and financial statement. We recognize the footnotes. Okay, we can even extract the numbers and text in the tables. Or in very extreme case, some companies, they like to have a stamp in front of every pages of the financial statement. We can recognize the stamp, remove the stamp, we build the pixels behind the stamps, and then we can extract the numbers and figures from that. Okay. The whole process, it will take a bank of 30 people team 3 hours to extract one financial statement, compressed into just 5 minutes. It will be all in ready financial, or ready accounting standard, ready for input. So you may ask, so what you guys has been different from a traditional OCR? The answer is simple, because OCR has been around for many years, but the results has far beyond satisfactory.
All right, Justin, time is up. 3 minutes, numbers are numbers. Okay, judges, quick presentation, but let's see how the Q&A is, how the questions are. We got Cindy over here, looks curious.
Hi, nice presentation. Can you tell us more about your business model and also your traction so far?
Sure. First thing about business model is we will build an upfront cost for development, but the good thing is because the requirement from banks to banks are quite similar. Say we can recycle over 80% of the efforts of building such products, and then after that, the use case will be pay-as-you-go model. We process each financial statement, we charge by each pages. Okay, and then the traction so far, we have been in active conversation with many banking groups in Hong Kong already. We already have existing clients to kick off the projects already. Yeah, so we also planning to do overseas expansion. Right now we can process Chinese, traditional, simplified Chinese and English, but the use case is we can expand to Southeast Asian country, but we just need to train the models to adapt to those kind of languages.
All right, Calvin.
So I just want to check that.
Yeah.
You mentioned so many big names, for your clients, and also you have some very good strategic investors, right? So are we having many very good applications? Are we profitable yet? And if not, because when you talk about so many tailor-made, right, for individual clients, right? So will you incur in a situation that you have so many costing in relation to every tailor-made for every client? So how do you resolve that?
Okay, good thing. I would say that during the whole process that I just mentioned, most of the R&D process can be recycled. Our main concept is just like we are just like Amazon. Okay, we build every different parts of the whole application process that can be recycled for different clients. Okay, for example, clients A want financial statement, but client B, some say we also talk with some virtual banks as well. They will come to us say, hey, can you guys read through those company registry documents? They say, yeah, why not? Because essentially the backend is all the same, but we just need to train with different kind of financial data. So the structure is here. It can be recycled, but it's just how we use the structure to customize it into the client need.
All right, we have time for one more question, around 50 seconds left. Any judges are curious? If not, we actually have a live question over here. Herbert.
What is the AI packs in what you have just mentioned?
Good. Yeah, so a few specific use cases. The object detection part that enhance the efficiency of the recognition of the text. For example, the stem. Okay, say for example some part, if the model didn't recognize the information well, it will try to pick up the information around the area of the financial statement to try to reason out what will be the likely input. For example, some place we scan the document is blurred. Okay, traditional
OCR. It's not a very unique technology, right?
Sorry?
It's not a unique technology.
Is it unique?
I would say our model is specifically trained for financial statements.
And that's time. It'll be a mystery. The answer will be a mystery. Thank you so much, Justin. Good luck with that. Remember all our friends over here, online polling, I know the jokes will be coming every now and then. The online polling is what you want to be doing now. Let us know, what do you think of that presentation? Of course, just now what you saw was Apodia. That is the team that we just saw. So remember, you're judging on what you thought of Apodia's presentation just now. The judges here are scoring on paper, getting ready to make sure that the numbers are counted. But remember, you at home, you can join in watching with the live Q&A. Every time we have a presentation, you have a chance to submit your questions. And right over here in my hand, I have a tablet that will let me know what you're asking, and I will try my best to get those questions in. And having said that, let's keep this going with team number 4. And next up, we've got Syntec Fuel Management and Technology Company Limited, a startup that uses new ways to purify our air. So please join me in welcoming Ronald Wong.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ronald Wong. I'm from Syntec Technology and Fuel Management Company Limited. Our product is a photocatalyst, which is founded by our Dr. David Leung, PhD of chemistry. So we were the graduate of Hong Kong Scientific Science Park, the program of incubation green tech program. So in the year of 2015 to 2018, our product, photocatalyst, is an environmental protection friendly item. So it's a liquid. When we spray it on the wall or any surface, it can provide the radicals. These radicals is OH, hydroxy radicals, which can efficiently remove the VOC, formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, and benzene. All these chemicals would cause cancer. So we can do that. And also we can kill the virus, bacteria, yeast, mold, and all this kind of pollutants. Okay, how does it work? So when we spray this product on any surface, they will, when the light strikes on it, not even the UV light, but any light, LED or even candle light, because of our doped and doped technology. So they can remove all the, they will release the radical to kill all this bacteria and remove the odor or decompose the chemicals, which is hazardous to our health. Okay, so we also have the patent, and also we have the characteristic of non-toxin, non-irritation, and antibiotic, and remove all this odor and hazardous chemicals. Okay. So, and we diversify into many other items in the future. For example, water-type, purified fans, air purifier, the ventilation system, etc. Yes.
All right, I'm going to have to cut you right there. Okay, thank you so much. We have 3 minutes exactly to let us know if you have any questions about Ronald's presentation. Duncan, right over here.
Thank you, Ronald. Can I ask how long can the spray last? And have you tested out on the large service area in Hong Kong?
Yes, we already provide service to the community in Hong Kong. For example, schools, churches, and all this kind of thing. Initially, our product is specially designed to remove the formaldehyde from the buildings, from the adhesive, and also from the paints. So mainly for the building industry. But eventually, the recent years, the recent months, because of the pandemic, people suddenly shift to their attention to this pandemic, the virus. It can kill virus. So that is why people, when they get back to work, the school reopen. Before that, they require us to spray all over on the wall. So once they spray on the wall and let dry, they will, under the light, they will release the OH hydroxy radical, which can kill the virus as well.
So how long can it last, one spray?
It depends, because the reason why is that the side effect will affect it. For example, people rub on it or dust cover it. Otherwise, it can long-lasting, not unlike the alcohol.
Some paint has the same function, right? If you compare that to the
they add it to them.
Add it to them, okay.
Yeah.
We actually have an online question that actually asks, can your air purification solution help combat COVID-19? And you said it can, right?
Theoretically, yes.
Theoretically, it can?
Yes, but we cannot test because we do not have the virus for the testing. No one will provide you.
Oh, wow.
But you don't expect it.
Yeah, you don't expect it. All right, judges, we have 1 more minute. Any questions? Otherwise, I have some online questions as well. Any judges have any questions right here? Jason.
Yeah, well, it's a great science lesson. Yeah. How do you scale this business? What is your plan?
We actually will keep on promote this liquid, photocatalyst liquid, and on this same time we spray it on some product, and then we utilize this product. For example, a cardboard. When we spray on it, the OH will be released from it in the light, under the light, and then we have a fan at the back, and then blow it out, and then in the air they can kill the virus.
Interesting.
That is air purifier.
Okay. Yeah. Yes or no question, real quick from online. Does your technology enable a solar cordless charging station to work in countries with little sunshine like the UK? Yes,
yes, can do, because actually visible light will be good enough for us.
All right, thank you very much. Perfect timing. 3 minutes is done. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you,
luck with that,
everybody.
Ronald. All right, remember, guys, this is your chance to go online and vote. What did you think of Syntech Fuel Management and Technology Company Limited's presentation? Did you like it? What do you think about it? Join us on our polls. If you can't see the polls, remember, go to our official broadcast page. So that's where you will see all these buttons that you get to enjoy and press and cast your vote as well. Having said that, guys, that's 4 teams. We're moving on. Team number 5 of today. Now, coming up next, we've got SpecTech Limited, a startup that specializes in the development of well-defined biomaterials. Please join me in welcoming Ka-Chin Wong.
Yeah. So good afternoon. I'm Ka-Chin, the CEO and the co-founder of SpecTech. What if we could dramatically improve how we treat cancer patients? Actually, the global scientists have brought us one step closer by using stem cell and hydrogel to grow many organs in the laboratory. They are proven to provide more predicted results to bridge the gap between 2D cell line and animal models to reduce the time and the cost. Many organs also have important values for us to understand the disease pathology to accelerate the drug discovery. They also have great potential to individualize the patient's treatment because they better mimic the real situations of patient's tumor. Hydrogel is an important component of many organ technology. We Spacetech leverage recombinant technology to develop a broad hydrogel portfolios to advance 3D cell culture. We have a core values of modular designs like the scenarios of playing Legos to highly optimize our product to specific cell types. To protect our technology, we have applied for the US patent. The existing mini organ technology, however, has relied on the animal-based hydrogel. They have the problem of undefined compositions and complex operating procedures. All these lead to the issues of reproducibility and difficulty in large-scale screening. Now, we want to introduce you our innovative product, LightGel. They are animal-free with defined compositions, easy to use with simple procedures. Compared with all the existing products, we have a unique features of white light cell harvesting. We use non-invasive white LED light to dissolve the hydrogel scaffold to get back the healthy cells after incubation. In last year, January, I co-founded Spacetech with our Professor Shunfei and our CTO Wang Ri. We have a dedicated team with a good mixture of scientists and business talents. We also have a group of advisors to support our growth. As a tech-driven company, we license the technology from HKTDC, and we have established 2 distribution channels for product launch. One is a multinational company, Merck Life Science, which will deliver our product globally. We also build a distribution channel with Payday Plus technology. At the same time, we work with Payday Plus for product co-development. In early March, we are selected into the IncuBio to kick off the funding support for our continuous R&D. So far, we have raised non-diluted funding of more than 12 million from the governments and competitions. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Kachin. Now we have 3 minutes time for our judges to ask away. Again, online friends, if you have a question, do enter it in. We will look at it and try to add it into the Q&A session. So 3 minutes, judges. Any questions?
Can you, I mean, it's a good presentation, but can you tell me more on the risk side? You know, what will make you unsuccessful?
Unsuccessful?
Yeah.
Because maybe this market is too niche. Right now, we have 2 phases of development. In phase 1, we focus on the R&D market. As we know that like R&D market won't be like make us go IPO or stuff. So if we focus on the R&D market, our ultimate goal is acquired by the giant like Merck. Yeah. And the other thing is like because 3D cell models right now, the trend of 3D cell models is increasing, but still a lot of challenges to standardize the 3D cell models, how we can utilize it in the drug screening, and also the downstream analysis. So I think it takes time for the area to grow bigger and bigger.
There's not any regulatory certificate on that?
Actually, right now we target on the research market, so we do not require any FDA approval for launch the product. That's why that's why our strategy is focus on the R&D market first, and then we go to like the clinical market. In second phase, we try to launch drug screening platforms based on the 3D cell models. In that time, we need to get regulatory approval, like class 3 medical device, like the cancer genomic testing.
So any price strategy on?
Price strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, right now, actually, there's a dominant product in the market. As I mentioned before, it's an animal, they produce from the animal. So I think the margin will not be lower than us because we utilize E. coli fermentation approach so that we can produce cost-effective solution to subsidize, to replace this kind of hydrogel. Yeah.
All right, well, we got a question online actually. What are your primary markets?
I'm sorry?
We got a question online as well. What are your primary markets?
Yeah, our primary market will be the research market. As I mentioned before, we'll target like academic life science lab, research institutes, and also hospitals as well.
All right, judges, we have around 45 seconds. Any questions? Otherwise, I'll move on. We have one more question online. Yes, Cindy.
Hi. So if your target is on research, how does Startup Express can help you? What do you think?
I think we can join the Startup Express. On one hand, we can connect to our potential customer, right? I think we can join the exhibition like we joined the Merck things before. We connect with our potential collaborator to like Payday Plus, how we connect with the Payday Plus as well, because they're from the US, right? If we can join some more conference and also like trade show, we can work with. And on the other time, we also look for funding. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, time is up. That's 3 minutes of questions. Thanks so much, Kashin. Good luck with that. Remember, everybody online, this is your chance to let us know what you thought of that presentation of SpezTech. Was it your type? Did you like it? Let us know in the online polls. Again, to remind you, log into our broadcast page to make sure you get to press the button and cast your votes. The Q&As are live. Every presentation, at the end of it, we allow you to also add in your questions. We might ask them over here. And with that, let's go on to team number 6 of today. This comes to us from Vibant AI Limited, a startup that's all about typing with your hands on a virtual keyboard. Please welcome Eric Wan. Have fun.
Yep. Hello, my name is Eric. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Vibant AI. Normally, people just use smartwatch to check their time, message, sport record, and health information. But our company, Vibant, boosts up smartwatch by AI to interact with other IoT devices by gesture without additional hardware. What kind of gesture? Let me show you. People can just snap the finger or type on the back of the hand to control the music volume, play the music, or pick up the call. And also, it can use finger gesture to interact with smart TV, camera, and laptop, and other IoT devices. This technology is called Y-Type. Y-Type is an AI machine learning algorithm to detect vibration from our gesture, And also, we just use the smartwatch accelerometer and gyro sensor to detect the vibration. Because this sensor is very common, we do not need additional hardware. Last year, the sale for smartwatch is over 360 million because we just use the existing smartwatch. Therefore, this kind of smartwatch is our existing potential customer. And our sales model is to sell the license to smart wearable manufacturer. The license fee is $3. Let's say they sell one smartwatch with Y-Type, they pay us $3. And also, we charge some special development fee. MacGaze, one of the most popular smart glasses manufacturer, is our existing customer. And also, Kingware and ATEC is two ODM companies where the sale is processing. MacGaze launched the smartwatch with Y-Type and Indiegogo, and they sell more than 3,000 just for 1 month. And their lead of this year is around 45 to 60K. Let me introduce our team. I got the bachelor from HKUST and master from CHK. And we have chief scientist, Professor Wu from Shenzhen University. And we also have the John Stankovic from UVA. He is a professor, and he is an IEE Life Fellow. And also, Wen Chang is our researcher. He is a UVA PhD student. And Kenneth is for application. Our company set up last year, and we have income $30,000 at last year. And also, we got the seed fund. And the next generation Y-Type is the AI writing. We just use the finger to write the character and detect by the smartwatch. Therefore, we are looking for the funding in order to expand our R&D team to launch this to market as soon as possible. Thank you.
All right, great timing, Eric, right over here. So now moving on to the Q&A session, judges. Herbert.
Just on the hand gesture recognition.
Yep.
How do you compare yourself with the lab motion?
The lab motion?
Lab motion. The best company in the world on the gesture recognition? The motion.
Because we are the only technology can detect the gesture motion and the typing on the hand. Normally, all of the gesture controller in the market is just detect the motion of the hand. But
how hard for them to doing the same thing as you guys doing?
Because we have the research more than 5 years for the vibration and the very, very difficult AI.
And the patent?
Yes, yes, patent. Yeah.
Worldwide or just?
In China.
In China?
Yeah.
And what's your product roadmap? Can you elaborate a little bit?
Actually, the smartwatch with our technology will be launched maybe around July or August. And then at first step, we focus on some ODM company in South China because the sales volume is around 25% of ODM company in South China. We focus on that market first. And then we will focus on some, let's say, Xiaomi, Amazfit, Samsung, Huawei, and it's our next step.
Jason.
Yeah. What do you think is the most explosive use case for this? This is obviously pre-product, right? So your product is yet to launch, correct?
Yeah.
So when it's launched in the market, what do you think is the predominant use case? Is it for gaming? Obviously, it's a new computer-human interface.
Yes.
Right? What do you think is the future of this?
Not only for gambling, it's for IoT. Because let's say for the AR VR glasses, people do not need to additional controller. They use their smartwatch to control their glasses. Or a smart home. Let's say I just left the finger to open the light, open the TV.
You think it's commercial or is it a business enterprise application?
For commercial.
Sorry, consumer, I mean.
Consumer, yeah, but our business model is focused on manufacturer. But this product is for consumer.
All right, Calvin, you have a question.
So you know that Xiaomi, they are the largest IoT platform globally, right?
Yep.
So assume that I'm Xiaomi, right? Just give me a 3-sentence, 4-sentence pitch as to why I need to work with you.
We are the only technology to detect the gesture and typing on the hand and without additional hardware. Therefore, you can launch the product in the market very quickly.
All right, that was very good. Real quick, we have around 15 seconds. How many languages can be detected? How many languages? I mean, can it be translated like gestures into other languages? Are there any ways like that?
No, the gesture is provide the signal to other device. Yeah.
Okay, that was the question from online. Well, our time is up for the questions. Thank you so much, Eric. Good luck with that. Now, remember, everybody online, this is your chance to get your feedback in. The online polls are open for this particular team, which is Vibrant AI Limited. And let us know what you thought so far. Again, if you're watching us from Facebook Live, do join us and log in our official broadcast page. You're missing out on the Q&A and the live polling if you don't join us over there. And with that, guys, we are down to team number 7. We have a total of 21 teams today. Moving on to team number 7 from Mycology Limited, a startup that focuses on simulation and visualization. Please join me to welcome Ingo Lau.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ingo, CEO of Mycology Limited. Today, I present to you our interactive 3D dashboard. Okay, so what's the problem we solved? The problem is simple. In traditional 2D dashboard, like this water pipe dashboard, all the information are overlapping. For example, you cannot see the intersection, you cannot see the layer of this water pipe. You have to spend a lot of time to locate them. With our simulation platform, you can simply look at everything with a 360 degrees. So even with AR technologies. So you can locate any information with low time. Play the video, please. Every information is synchronized with IoT devices. They are displayed in this 3D map. And this 3D map is like the thing you watch in the movies. You can manage your team. They go on the site. They can stream what they are looking at. And then your team is like a little dots in this big 3D map. For example, for this, you can see all the AR technologies that display all the underground informations. All data are synchronized between the devices. For example, this is another example. It's a digital twin system for the robotic devices, so you know exactly what's going on. You don't have to look at the CCTV anymore. There's no blind spot or anything. Next slide, please. So how data visualization helps you? It is pretty simple. It helps you in better decision making. It's more persuasive. You can locate your data much faster for your managers. You know, there's 37 billion USD that is waste in bad productive meetings. So we can save more money and even lives. Imagine there's a water leak, there's a power surge in the underground, you can locate your team instantly. So our system can integrate different data types, like a BIM model, like geo information systems, like all the signals from IoT devices. More modules we develop, more products we have, more powerful our system is. So the free add-on is digital twin system, which synchronization between real case and virtual environment, simulations, and AR. So this is not only the best part. The best part is this system is accessible remotely from browsers with just one click. So we have a remote platform that you can deploy on it. People can access our platform through the browsers. And our reference is 3 pillars. One, you subscribe to our modules. For example, we have the borehole module, water pipe modules, and underground cable modules. And then if they want to access our system through the streaming, they can subscribe to our streaming solution as well. Or project-based. And the group is huge. Like we can do everything. And now is the best timing because we have AI and IoT to collect data. We have big data to visualize them, and then 5G to stream everything. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ingo. Right on the dot of 3 minutes. So, questions from the judges. Duncan.
Thank you, Ingo. Very useful technology, especially the underground part. But can you enlighten us how do you get your data source in?
Actually, we have many partners. One of the partners is the Hong Kong Airport Authorities. They already have the IoT device and sensors deployed in the underground systems, so that I can get the data from other IoT devices. And our future plan is actually we want to develop our own hardware as well. So in the end, we are going to be selling hardware to everyone, and then we want to manage the whole city with all the devices we develop. It's a big business.
Wow, simulating the whole city, that's very fascinating.
Yeah.
All right, judges, any other questions you have? I think they're visualizing the whole thing as well. Judges sitting up here quietly. Let's see online again. If you are online, you can actually submit your questions. It will be on my hand, and I will join in and ask away. Judges, one last. We have around 2 minutes left. Anybody curious about anything left? Duncan.
So further on the question, what would be the most useful partner for you? Water department or?
Actually, M&E, mechanical and electricity, water department, sewage, and even constructions, robotics. Yeah, anything that needs a three-dimensional wheel on the other parts.
And you are. Yeah. The technology is ready to approach them, or
yes, exactly.
Okay. So what are the future for your, development of your technologies? Is it 3D? Is it already the limit or the sky, or is it will be beyond 3D?
It's beyond 3D.
Yeah.
I would like to make more hardware, develop our own sensors.
So that would be the.
That's synchronized. Yes, it's a whole package.
Wonderful. We have a question from the internet actually. How labor intensive is it to convert the data for corporates from your data into visualized images? How data intensive?
Actually, we have some modules that is automated, integrated from different standard data. Mm-hmm. So they can talk to us, and I'll see what we can do.
Okay. We have some time. Herbert, you have a question?
You said you can do many things, right? But
yeah.
Is this a solution that you're providing?
Yeah, it is actually it's a solution, but as well as a product.
But what do you mean by product?
Yeah, because currently, for some airport authorities, they want solutions. However, after we develop things for them, this solution can be turned into a product, like a module that can sell to other people. Because, for example, the water pipe system, other departments would like to monitor the water pipe as well. We just integrate the data.
What's the staffing for your company? How many people are in your company?
We have 5 people right now.
And then what's the growth rate if you get a product? If you get a project from
we would like to increase to like 15 to 20 people in the near future. Yeah.
So how many projects you can do with the 15 people?
A lot, maybe 10 projects at the same time. Okay. Because we have the modules ready. Yeah, it's just integrations.
Wonderful. Okay, well, that's time for the questions. Thanks so much, Ingo. Good luck with that. Fascinating idea. Again, everybody online, this is your chance. Were you blown away by that presentation? If you were, remember, let us know your votes at the online polls. Remember, you also get a chance to vote for your favorite startup. We have the award at the end. Your say, it takes them a long way. Lastly, after every presentation, we have the Q&A session, and that's where you have a chance to also submit your questions. If you're curious about an idea, submit it in. I'll get it, and I'll try to squeeze it into the Q&A section. As long as the judges have nothing nothing else to ask, I will add in your question. And with that, we're moving on to lucky number 8. This next team comes from Bug Bros Biotech Limited, a startup that specializes in environment, biological research, and related technological issues. Please welcome Elvis Yu.
Thanks. Hi, everybody. I'm Elvis from Bubbles Bio. We aim to build a green circular economy by cheating the trash into cash. It's an over $100 billion market right now because there's two main big headaches on the planet now. How to feed the booming population by not destroying our planet while we are dumping a huge amount of food waste to the landfill daily. Furthermore, million tons of baby fish are caught from the ocean to produce the fish meal, which is the key ingredient of our animal feed. But now we find a more sustainable and cheaper way to solve this big headache by a tiny insect, BSF, the black soldier fly. Its productivity is over 5,000 times higher than cattle, and is recommended by the FAO of the United Nations since 2013. We do it at industrial scale by developing the modular automatic system to rear the larvae. And we also build up the mating factory for the adults to supply eggs for the projects, so that the larva will only live for 15 days in the projects before harvest. This is the 100-ton system, which can produce 20 tons of fresh larvae daily, and it has been running smoothly since mid-2019 in mainland China. For the business model, the conversion project owners will work like franchisees with us. We provide a turnkey solution for them and buy back all the larvae and frogs. And after further processing, we sell the insect protein, oil, and fertilizer back to the feed industries and farms. And there's a special case that we will tie up a closed-loop relationship with the chick farms, because by treating their manure, we sell back the insect proteins. Chicks love bugs naturally, and it's healthier for them. So, and of course, we will run our own projects too. Our team members all have over 10 years in their experience. So, thanks for listening and your interest in saving the baby fish and our mother planet with us today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elvis.
Yep.
All for a good cause. Okay, we have 3 minutes of question time. Calvin.
Good presentation.
Thanks.
I like your presentation when you put the budget towards the end, right? But then question regarding the budget is that I saw that you put from 2022 to 2023, the capacity is flat, but then for the net profit, the cost is rising up, but the profit is dropping. Any reason why?
Because the cost of labor and all the expenses will raise about 5%, just like inflation rate. So that's why the profit will drop. And the financial case, we just do it for Hong Kong. Because Hong Kong, the operation cost is extremely high for labor, for land, for rent. So you can see from the project plan, we can survive without the subsidy from government. And that's the key point for our industry. If we can survive commercially without a government subsidy, that makes our business more sustainable and more reliable. So even in Hong Kong, we can survive without the government subsidy. As we know, the OORC, the Organic Treating Center right now we build up, the contract is over 1,000 Hong Kong dollar operation cost or fee. The government will pay the operator right now. But in our financial forecast, we just count for 400 from the government. And even over 100-ton scale, we have scale profitability that we can survive without the subsidy from the government too. So we can easily to expand to mainland China and all over the world. For export markets, we can export our system to the Euro market. As we know that there are many successful cases in Europe and US. Why? Because the government in Europe and US, they changed the law. They accept the insect protein in aquaculture feed right now. So you can eat the salmon, which is a feed by insect protein right now from Holland. So it's quite popular and booming in US market. But in Asia, because our diet is naturally we eat insects already. So it's not that attractive here, maybe, but the trend is booming, I think. So, sorry.
All right, Jason, you have a question.
Yeah, what are the limitations for your business? For example, you talk about different jurisdictions might have laws, regulations pertaining to it. And also, when you go to another market, do you need to build a factory in proximity to the market? If you ship in, are you competitive?
Yes, because for marketing strategy, we divide in 3 ways. First, we provide a solution for our local partners there, rather than we do our project ourselves there. The second is that about the regulations of how the government accept the insect protein as an ingredient of animal feed. Right now, Europe and US accept as an eco feed, because naturally, fish also eat insects. And later, we can foresee maybe this year or next year.
And there we go. Sorry, that's 3 minutes for you.
Thanks.
All right, guys, thank you so much again, Elvis. Let us know what you thought of his presentation. Was it your type? I mean, for someone, he sees bugs as ideas. Maybe you see it as an annoyance. You never know, but let us know at the polls. Now, what you want to do is actually remember, join us on the official broadcast page where you can sign in and, of course, give us some questions if you have any, and join us on our live polls. And, of course, vote for my favorite startup award, which we will announce at the end of the day. The judges are scoring up, putting everything together. We're moving on to team number 9. We're going to take a break after 10 teams, so let's welcome our 9th team of the day. So from Return Helper Limited, a startup that leverages big data and machine learning to help online retailers, please join me in welcoming Roy Wan.
Hey, thank you. Hey, hello, judges. Okay, so my name is Roy, and this is Return Helper. So global e-commerce market is booming, but so are online returns. The e-commerce return rate is 3 times of offline retail, and it actually costs the online retailers a lot of money and the operation resources. And these are the key reasons of the online returns. It could be the government policy, marketplace policy, or online shoppers' behaviors. And all this can actually take the e-commerce return rate as high as 30%. And e-commerce return is not just a simple logistic problem. It is actually a supply chain topics. So at Return Helper, we optimize the return process and the logistics, as well as the aftermarket and e-commerce activities for the online retailers. So that at the end of the day, we can reduce the cost, maximize the sales, and also making e-commerce return more eco-friendly. So this is our solution. So first, we are a SaaS platform. We enable the online retailers to monitor and analyze their e-commerce return across different countries, sales channels, and marketplaces so that they can make better and data-driven decisions for their return. The second part is we are also a pay-as-you-go platform. Our platform currently is connected to over 20 shipping global solutions and also 7 partner warehouses around the world, mainly in the US and Europe. And we are talking about e-commerce return after all. So we are also connected to e-commerce channels so that where the return is not in perfect condition, it's broken, so that we can actually liquidate the return merchandise for the online retailers. So the online retailers can actually focus on their core business and leave the return to us. And the whole process is actually powered by our AI. So we can always make the best decision for the online retailers. So convenience, flexibility, cost saving, and driving revenues are our key values for the online retailers. And this is our business model. We are the middleman between the online retailers and the services, the logistics, and the warehouses services and the service providers. And we take a cut there. The online retailers will pay us for the service. And so we had $400,000 US revenue in 10 months, and we had almost 400 business customers. And speaking of our customers, 80% of them are actually in China and Hong Kong, or precisely the Greater Bay Area. We have a lot of good customers there. Electronics is our sweet spot. Speaking of our competitive advantage, we are the only recommended solution from eBay, which is one of the biggest global e-commerce platforms. We have an unfair access to their merchants in Asia, which is a 3 million community. We are going to focus on the partnership with marketplaces, payment gateway. We have already been in touch with PayPal, Shopify, Amazon, and we will continue to focus on the business development in the Greater Bay Area. There are hundreds of thousands of e-commerce businesses there. And electronics, fashion, auto parts, and home and garden are actually the highest return rate in the e-commerce industry. So this is our team. We have a small team in Taiwan, so we are a global team solving a global business problem.
And there we go.
And there we go, yeah exactly.
That's 2 minutes. Okay, we got to get to know your team, but we get to know if you have any questions now from the judges. If you do, let me know. Herbert.
Can you tell me, just now you mentioned about your sweet spot is electronic. Can you tell me the reason?
Well, we focus on the business development in Hong Kong and South China. So a lot of our customers are actually selling electronics. So they come to us and they sell mobile phone and camera, and they sell to US and Europe. So for electronics, there are many reasons for the return. It could be the mobile phone doesn't work with the local carrier, or the application locally doesn't work with the product that they sell from Hong Kong. So there are some differences between for cross-border businesses. So that for now, we see that electronics is actually, we also see the highest return rate across all product categories in e-commerce. So all these actually make me think that it is our sweet spot.
So can you tell me more on how could you help them?
First, we enable them to access the local warehouses overseas. So if you are a local retailer selling mobile phone and camera to the US, and when there is a return, first you can get USPS or UPS in the US through my platform, and that will actually pick up the return parcel for you. And second part is our partner warehouse will process the return process for you, so that you don't have to actually do it yourself. And the last one is we can also do e-commerce. A lot of the return merchandise in electronics actually have a high resale value, so that our platform can also help them to liquidate the products on some B2B liquidation channels in the US.
Okay, thanks.
Wonderful. All right, Duncan.
Do you think being in Hong Kong is a benefit to you because you deal with a lot of cross-border
Definitely, yes. Hong Kong is a free trade port. It is close to China. So first, we have a good access to the Chinese merchants. And the second part is, in some cases, we have to consolidate the return in Hong Kong. And being a free trade port, Hong Kong is definitely the best place to start this business.
One further question. You're saying your clients are online retailer. I
Online-
thought it's got to be isn't it be the logistic company or shipment companies that should be your clients?
They're online retailers selling globally. Retailer, yes.
Can you tell me how do you handle counterfeit?
We are, first, if they come on board to our platform, they will have to plug in their eBay shops or Amazon shops or Shopify shops, so we can actually see what they are selling. And first, all the sales channels and the marketplaces already will block the counterfeit products. And second part is we also know what they are exactly selling and the reason of the return. So if there is counterfeit, definitely we'll block it. And if we do receive it, we will actually destroy it.
Cindy.
Hi. Can you, I think time is running out, so can you just tell me what is so special about your product that can, fend off potential competition?
Yeah, first, a lot of the online retailers currently rely on traditional logistics solution to solve return. But like I said, return is actually a supply chain problem. So that we as a platform, we connect to the logistic. We also connect to many different players that actually make a difference.
What is so special that, it's hard for people to copy you?
Unfortunately, you won't be able to answer that one. We're out of time. We're right over there. Oh, so close, so close.
So close.
Never mind. No worries about that.
Give me 5 more seconds.
5 minutes. No, it's all right. 3 minutes to 3 minutes. Thank you so much.
Rules is rules. Thank you.
Thank you, Roy. All right, everybody, this is your chance to vote in our polls. What did you think of that presentation? Return Helper was your thing? Did you enjoy that? Let us know on the online polls. If you have any questions, remember, submit them in. We will try our best to add them in the Q&A session. And, of course, you have a chance to vote for My Favorite Startup Award. Now, the judges are tallying up the scores, which means it's time to bring up our next presenter, the 10th presenter of the day. We're going to take a break after that. So, from IMB Limited, a startup that enables CRM, leads generation, and more on instant messengers, please welcome Ivan Wong.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Ivan Wong from IMB. What we do, maybe I move it faster. We provide omni-channel customer engagement tools for our client. If I state it clear, is we provide one single platform to assist our client to do sales automation work, help them to reveal which platform most useful for them and most efficient way to help them to connect with their client. Okay, how about our latest status? We have just completed the seed round fundraising at $5 million US. We achieved $500,000 turnover within 8 months. We already got Singapore and Taiwan client, and we achieved our Asia Pacific partner. That's the reason we feel confident. We already in the Asian market at this moment. And we know there's not of competitor in the market, but we are different. We only focus on three vertical. That should be health, money, and land. That's the traditional strength of Hong Kong. Okay, the reason we move in this industry, because no matter what happens, these fields still keep invest on consumer engagement. They're willing to spend on this field. On 2020 this year, this will be a very important year of our company because we will assist our insurance client to roll out the full insurance service on WhatsApp. The user experience will like the 小程序 on WeChat, but we adopt on WhatsApp. If this case success, we trust it will be Asia and maybe global level showcase for people how to use WhatsApp. Yeah. On 2020, we trust we could unlock $1 million US turnover, and on next year we will move to APAC, another country, and hope so we will be unicorn. Yeah. Okay. How about our competitive edge? I think will be the first mover advantage, business know-how, and we already found the vertical of our service. And this part I want to mention the first mover advantage is not only about our company, it's about Hong Kong, because when we do the overseas pitching, we find lots of overseas can feel, okay, you assist finance company and health company do what on WhatsApp? They think, okay, I want to know more about this because Hong Kong take the leading role in this field. How about our team? Actually, my CTO is very tough and strong. He has been working in Silicon Valley for 5 years. That's the reason we could work with some insurance company. And me, Ivan Wong, I'm a seasoned entrepreneur. I've got 3 startups before, and trust this combo could help us to move fast, yeah, and far away. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Ivan. Let's move on to any questions. Duncan.
Hi, Ivan.
Yeah.
Are you basically just reselling Trello product and doing customization on top, or you have your own product?
Actually, we got our own product. Trello will be our partner when they pitch some large kind. They just like Amazon relationship with us. They don't do the bespoke work. They trust our experience can help their product go far away. Yeah, yeah.
So you are the regional.
Regional partner.
Partner with,
Yes.
Trello,
and we sell
the...
our own product. Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes our product better than them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Confidence, I like it.
And for the further question, for WeChat, you don't offer any solution on WeChat right now, right?
Actually, we offer the service very soon, and that's most of us can ask this question, especially in medical field. And we trust on next quarter we roll out the WeChat service. Yeah, especially in financial field. That's what the can looking for.
And that would be a proprietary product, build yourself.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right. Any other judges have any questions, anything curious you would like to ask Ivan so far? We have a bit of time. We have around 2 minutes. And of course, if everybody at home, if you're watching it, you submit your questions in. I have this tablet over here. Well, let me know what you're curious about. Looking at the judges, they're still thinking as well. I'm going to see if we have any questions so far. Ooh, you probably have explained yourself very well.
Everyone seems like me, maybe.
Yeah, it's very clear, like, okay, I think I'm very good with this. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of time. Oh, there we go. Any plans to expand your service to platforms other than WhatsApp? But you just mentioned
Actually, we already roll out the Line and Facebook Messenger in Taiwan because they already do the omni-channel sales. Yeah, they rely on Line and Facebook Messenger. We already rolled it. If the crisis is not coming, we already some kind on board in Taiwan. Yeah.
Right, Duncan.
Since we have time, a bit more background on the team. Your technical team, are they in Hong Kong or where?
Our technical team in Hong Kong. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, very clear.
Okay.
Okay, last chances. Let me just make sure we have any other questions. So far, everybody is good. Last minute, judges, you seem very satisfied. Everyone online seems happy as well. Well, there we go. Ivan, thank you very much then.
Okay, they feel satisfied? Okay, thank you.
They seem very happy with your answers. Okay, so everyone online, this is your chance to give us your thoughts. Remember, join in the poll. You want to make sure you let us know what you think of who's your favorite startup award. Join in your polls, and the Q&A will be opening real soon again for our next few startups that are going to come up and pitch, because now we're going to take a short little break. We're not going anywhere, but what you want to do is maybe get up from your seat. You're getting a bit tired. Loosen the shoulders a little bit. I've been standing here the whole time, so in reverse, I'm going to actually sit around. Now, if you're sitting home, remember, log into our official broadcast page, because that's where you get to join in the Q&A and everything that's live that is going on. You're going to be missing out unless you are on the official broadcast page. So with that, make sure you join in our polls and let us know what you think of so far what we've been discussing, because now we're going to go talk to some more people. I'm joined here with Harris Sun, the CEO and founder of Respect Intelligence Inspection Limited. Harris.
Hi.
So last year's winner as well, right? Good to see you here. And I have a lot of good news that you've been enjoying. You were at CES in Las Vegas. I mean, tell me more about it.
Yeah, sure. So it's a fantastic experience. Actually, early this year. We've been to Vegas for around a week. through the Startup Express, the program that, yeah. And we actually, the exhibition and the event is so huge and lots of potential customers and partners. So we actually engage around more than 100 potential customers in the event. And we get in touch with two main, like one we work together with a French company for project collaboration, and the other one we work together with a Dubai partners within the event. So it's lots of things happening after this event.
So the event basically connected you to places that you thought,
Yeah, more than expected.
Yeah, way more than expected. I mean, the event itself must have blown your mind away already, but making the connections is another bonus on top.
Yes, yes.
So tell me more about Startup Express. What else have you been enjoying other than CES? You go there, you see everyone's greatest, newest, innovative ideas. You're being inspired. You meet new people. What else have you enjoyed with Startup Express?
Like throughout the almost a year. So we have Startup Express connected with different entrepreneurs, like successful entrepreneurs like Jason, Calvin, and then they shared about their experience and how we can tune our business model, revenue model, etc., etc. And then we actually very impressed by the arrangement of the Startup Express, because we got so many different engagement, catch-ups with successful serial entrepreneurs in the industry, and then we got more explore with the industry and also the potential customers.
So would you say that it's kind of opened your eyes much more, like 1 year ago yourself compared to 1 year later?
Definitely.
Would you say a big jump, right?
Yes,
now,
I would say so.
Has it even changed the way you think of entrepreneurship? Has that changed as well?
Entrepreneurship, yes, we learn a lot throughout the program. So not just limited to the exhibition stuff. It's also about how we catch up and also with other, because we have 10 winners. So we have catch up with them and then learn from each other throughout the CES and also other events. So it's also a good learning platform.
So you would say, Startup Express is kind of giving you, like you said, a learning
incubation
platform. You build a little community.
Community.
Like-minded people who just want to push ideas, do something different with their, being innovative, basically, right?
Exactly.
So coming back to CES, I mean, that to me is fascinating. People have heard about it, they've read about it. The most innovative ideas are there.
Right.
Yourself, did you go to thinking, well, I want to be here 1 year. I'm going to showcase my stuff here as well.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to showcase again in CES in 2021.
Yeah. So and you'll be hopefully see the new graduates from Startup Express.
Yeah.
Welcoming
Pleasure and honor to be.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it's done over here.
Yeah.
Now, having said all that, lastly, we have a whole bunch of teams here today. As I talked to Michelle earlier on, some of them a bit nervous, some of them excited.
Yeah.
What were you feeling this time last year? When it was almost your turn.
Yeah, I feel like this year the participants are much more stronger. I mean, the last presentation you mentioned about he's already get the investment and already have the $5 million US valuation. Back to the days when I was in the Startup Express, I'm not there yet. So I would say, I'm very happy and glad to see them.
All right, well, one more thing as a graduate from this, what is that one tip that you can give them, that little boost of confidence? What would you tell the upcoming 11 teams that are going to come out? What's that little tip you'd share with them?
Yeah, I would say be focused.
Be focused.
Yes, because things are happening like the COVID-19. So I see quite a lot of startups. Once this COVID-19 event is happening, some people work other business instead of their core business. But I would say we should take this chance, particularly to fostering and focus and make our core business more strengthened, so that after we pass through this pandemic situation, then we can get much stronger situation scenario or position.
So basically, eye on the prize, right?
Be focused.
Be focused. Don't forget your initial goal was you wanted to do. And as much as things change, you got to be flexible as well with it. You know, go with the punches. But remember, you had that one great idea.
Yeah.
Stick to that one great
Stick
idea,
with
no matter
it.
what happens, right?
Yes.
And one day, you know, you'll be shown to the world, and everyone's just like, "This is a great idea."
Yeah.
Well, Harris, thank you so much.
Thank you,
That was
Vivek.
fantastic. We learned a lot. And with that, guys, we're going to move on, and I'm going to remind you guys the upcoming teams that we still have. You know, you can look at the screens that for example, I'll give you time. You'll see the list over here. We'll show you the upcoming few teams that are happening, and keep going, and we'll see. What we'll remember, one thing is that you want to make sure you log into our official page, guys. You are missing out if you're not over there. Q&A, you are participating as part of this as well. At the same time, the online pollings are something you want to be playing along with. Again, we want to know what you think. At the end of the day, it's not just about presentation that, okay, great, whatever, but the key is that we want to hear from you. You could one day be the consumer. You might be one day inspired by this. At the end of the day, it's also about, you know, being innovative and growing with each other. Now, having said that, we're online. We're basically seeing what's happening. And remember, one last thing is you want to also vote for the My Favorite Startup Award. That is something you don't want to miss out, because your vote is going to have a say which startup today, out of the 21 teams that you're going to hear today, who gets that one award is based on you. All right, so let me have a little quick chat to the judges as well. So everyone is, you know, had that little short break. So I see, Duncan, you were very asking a lot of different questions. I want to get to know, so far out of the 10 teams you've seen, anyone that stood out the most, any idea in general, I would say?
That will be a really close call. I think they're very different. I think it's very diverse technology they're working on. And I think a lot of the company this time are at similar stage. Some of them are more mature, but most of them are, you know, they're productizing the product and going to market. So relatively earlier stage. So a really difficult call for me.
Yeah, fair enough, man. I was listening to all their presentations, and each one, just when I thought this is the best, I'm like, okay, nah, this is the best. Okay, nah, this is even different. I like that. What about yourself, Cindy? I mean, has anything kind of stood out for you so far?
Well, very much like what Duncan feels, is very diverse. So there are quite a few that maybe I will follow up.
Okay, that's a good sign. That's a very good thing. And we've got, of course, Herbert over here. I loved your questions. You know, you don't let him go. You grill him. That's the way you want to know, right? You're curious. You want to get the answers. Herbert, you know, so far today, have you been impressed?
Yes, but I think the time is not enough. So it's quite hard to make a decision. But then there's two types of company where some of them have a deep technology that impress me. But then there's also something they enter to the market in a very good timing. So I think two types of company, which is very different in terms of the investment thesis, very different. But I pick up some of the, a good one.
Good one. I mean, you talked about timing, not enough time, but you also said some people are coming into the market at the perfect time. It's all about time, right? Sometimes you just have to have a good time as well. All right, Jason over here. Anything you wanted to share so far? Anything you wanted to talk to the upcoming teams as well?
Yeah, I echo all the comments about, you know, the diversity. There's a huge breadth of different, you know, startups. A lot of deep techs a lot more deep techs and artificial intelligence and data play compared to what we have seen in the past. And the startups are very sophisticated. I think they present it very well, and they know the market, what problem they are solving, and so on. So kudos to them. The confidence level is there. Perhaps because of the short time, it's a tough job for the judges. So if the startup can articulate why they should win and why with TDC's platform they can benefit most, that would be a big difference.
All right, so you got to make sure within those 3 minutes they're convincing everybody and also letting you know why this is the perfect platform for them. Kevin, any words you want to tell before we bring in the next teams up on stage?
Well, I enjoy very much this year competition. Of course, it's just halfway done. I think lots of very good technicality type of companies. And very interesting lots of data analytics type of company, which is, of course, and one of the area that AMTD focus a lot into. So I look forward to seeing more interesting company, but at the same time want them to focus a lot into thinking more about the surrounding, not just about, into themselves, but about, what they can do for the community. For Hong Kong, I think we asked a question. I think this is really about Startup Express out from Hong Kong, but also about the connectivity. What can they do more, interconnected with other places to enable themselves to become stronger.
All right, so also not just commercial, but community integration as well. That's what you're also looking for. Okay, well, then there we go. We have another 11 teams coming up. Guys, let's make this happen. It's time to get pitching because let me introduce team number 11 from Arovia Hong Kong Limited, a startup that produces fast collapsible displays. Please welcome Daniel Liu.
Wow, I think it's a long break for me. So I'm Daniel, I'm from Arovia, and today I will introduce our product. And I think now, ready to say hello, the world's largest ultra portable display. You can see that it has 24 size each. Oops, just something. It has 24 size each things, and it's building speakers, and due to the battery life, it's up to the 8 hours. And you can easily to fold it up in 10 seconds. And the weight is only 1 kilogram, and the size just like a book. And for the second generation, we have a plan to reduce the 1/3 weight and the size. And so till now, we just sold out the 2,100 units and already shipped. And right now, we already got the 900,000 revenue, and the customer acquisition was around $30. And we have a lot of customers. They give some advice, and here's some comments. And we already registered our IP in US, and we have a plan to register the IP in mainland China later. And here's our team. Alex and George are both graduated from the RISE. They are the CEO and CTO, and Alex has got the optics bachelor and master, and Lan Wang is the spectrum manager, and that's me. And we have 4 advisors. So actually, the biggest market for us right now was the United States and then the Europe, and Hong Kong would get 2%. And we do a survey, we find that 70% of users were using our product for working, and 20% for entertainment, and 10% for others. So for the total address, the portable display market is around 17 billion, and even for a small size, just like a 24 each size, it's around 28 billion. So just imagine, I think our competitor will be the projector or the TV. Just imagine you invite some customer into the coffee house, and you cannot find the whiteboard, so it would be a disaster. So I think it's our chance. So here's our product map. Right now, we just sold out the first generation, and for the second generation, we will redesign this projector, and it will be reduced the size and weight. It will got a higher resolution and brighter, and better life will be the same as the first generation. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Daniel.
Yeah,
Let's move on. But time is tight today, so we got 3 minutes of questions. Calvin, you have a question?
So how do you compare your product with some of those flexible display product, for example, by Samsung, by even Xiaomi, or there is a company in China called Royal. It's a Royal科技, right?
Yeah.
So they are already interconnected, within one device. But now this is more like a projector type. So how do you see the commercial fair use of your product, or versus some of the competitors?
Actually, we use a different kind of the technology, because our key point is this IP, this screen. So we can produce a large size. So I think our competitor will be the TV. So that's why I think the competitor may be the TV, and we plan to produce a large size maybe later.
So what sort of pricing are we charging for some of this product?
It's nearly half than the TV, and around 2,000 Hong Kong dollars.
So that just one advice is that you might want to think about the actual costs and values. For example, for a large size TV by Xiaomi, for example, it costs probably, they charge 1,500. So it's pretty cheap, as you know. You might want to check it out. So how to actually price it to your benefit and to become more competitive?
Actually, it's very interesting because, actually, especially in Hong Kong, there's a small place and everyone needs a TV. But if they want to buy our product, just like the same prices, we can fold it up when you don't need to use that. So that will not stay the space.
Jason, you have a question?
Yeah. What are what is the biggest pain right now from design to manufacturing to marketing and to sales? What is the biggest pain right now? I mean, price point was mentioned earlier, but I assume if your quantity increase, you have to do something with the cost, right? Is manufacturing a pain?
Yeah, actually it's the manufacturer, because we find the factory in Shenzhen, and every factory say that they can do that like that. But when we come here, and we ask us our requirements, but actually most of them, they cannot do that.
All right, we have around 40 seconds, guys. Herbert.
Is there any constraint on the battery?
Yeah.
And also the display, in a very bright environment, do you have what's the performance of the monitor? So one is the battery. Is there any constraint on the battery?
Actually, we need to customize the projector. It's the most important thing, not for the battery.
Okay. Yes. Well, we have 10 seconds. How many times can I fold the display without breaking it?
Yes. Actually, it's easy. It's very easy.
But how many times can I do it?
Yeah.
A million? Can I unlimited? Oh, well, time's up. I'll never
Okay.
know. I did it to myself. I was like, I want to know the answer. All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Daniel. Good luck on that. Okay. All right, now remember, online poll time, guys. Let me know what you thought of the presentation just now. Was that idea something that you'd basically look into, or something that maybe some other time? At the same time, remember that the Q&A, you can submit your questions. I will take it into my tablet when the judges don't have a question. I will try my best to get your question in to ask our pitcher. Now, we're moving on because we have 10 more teams to go for today. Let's go on to team number 12. Now, this one is interesting to me as well because it's Wine World Explorer Limited, a startup that uses big data analysis to come up with wine financial and prediction models. So please welcome Mariana Lam.
Good afternoon, judges. I'm Mariana, founder of Wine World Explorer. You're about to learn how we use technology to improve efficiency when buying and selling wines, unlocking money-making opportunities in arbitrage trading and investment into wines. With global wine market size of $369 billion US in 2019, 5 times of sneakers market size, secondary fine wine market accounts to around $5 billion US. These fine wine bottles have aging potential from 10 to 30 years or beyond, giving a long product lifespan. Our platform provides cross-border logistics door-to-door from UK and France sellers countries for now, and will extend to Switzerland and other Europe countries soon. Singapore is our next stop this year for expansion to capture the sophisticated wine lovers and collectors crowd. Today, we have 1,900 active users, 600,000 of bottles listings, and an aggregated total value of 1 million Hong Kong dollars worth of wines on our platform. We provide portfolio management tools for wine lovers to visualize, evaluate, and manage their wines. Our data scientist is working on big data on wine and construct our own algorithm on price prediction model and proprietary AI virtual sommelier to recommend what to drink, what to buy, and what to invest. Today, we take a total commission of 9% from each transaction, with an addition of data and subscription income. In 2021 onwards, we forecast to scale to a GMV of 386 million Hong Kong dollars in 2022. To grow traction, we use e-voucher and referral marketing scheme to gain new wine lovers acquisition and sales conversion. We participate in local and overseas technology and finance conferences, startup exhibitions, wine and spirits fairs to increase publicity and reach targeted audience. We leverage government fundings for mainland and ASEAN market promotions and expansion. Furthermore, we collaborate with banks, wealth managers, family offices to help clients on building wine portfolio or even wine as an alternative investment. I've been in the wine industry for 12 years and am now using technology to bring efficiency, transparency, and liquidity to the global wine scene. Samuel has been in data analytics for more than 15 years. Transforming data into insights is his core competence. Auntie is our wine expert and a Master of Wine student. She contributes to original wine contents. Wheeler, our wine robo sommelier. She will be our artificial intelligence on wine. Hong Kong as a financial and wine hub, zero wine tax, close proximity to China. We have the ultimate advantage to grow beyond Hong Kong and became Asia's leading wine trading and asset management platform backed by data. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mariana. Right over there, 3 minutes of question time from our judges. And anyone watching online, remember, this is your time to submit your questions as well. Okay, Jason.
Yeah, Mariana. How has your sales been in the last few months during the pandemic?
Oh, okay. So March, we have a drop, and because of the pandemic, and April, we grow doubled to the numbers compared to last year. And May, we quadruple to the numbers than last year.
The profile of the buyers, where are they from?
From Hong Kong, a little bit from mainland, and some we have from a very little bit from Asia, Malaysia.
And how do you, sustain this when the pandemic, is relieved or subsides? Is there anything that you're doing to the current sales that you will retain the customers and build the loyalty so that they will continue to be on the uptrend? You have pretty aggressive financial forecasts.
Yeah, so actually we have a different customer types profile. So we have customers who wants to buy to drink, to consume, and then we have customers who wants to buy for later to consume, or they see the prices of wine which is attractive now, then they will buy to collect and then store for future for the second generations. And we also have customers who wants to buy and see for those wines to appreciate over the years. So they would want to buy for now and store with us, and then sell in 5 to 10 years time. So our business model is not just cater for those clients who wants to buy, to drink, or consume.
Calvin.
Hi. So when you mentioned that you are a multi-market wine trading asset management platform, so what else you do other than wine? Do you do any wine futures, any financial products, right? Can you explain?
Yeah. So we have En Primeur. So exactly now is the launch of the Bordeaux En Primeur. So we are selling the En Primeur, and also we because of the data. So we plan to have we will have some. The subscription plan, or for those people who wants to write on our data, like a monthly subscription plan, so we can give them to access our platform to manage their wines. Because all those you see from now, the management tools, you have to sign up for an annual fee. So we charge for now is $1,299 for an annual fee as a seller and a private collector to use.
All right, we have half a minute left. Anybody have a question?
I think you have B2C and C2C model. Do you think, with your price, with your estimation, is it going to be more C2C or B2C trade on your platform?
For now, we are B2C, but we're seeing more C2C because in this pandemic, we have more private collectors trying to sell their wine. So they come to us, and then maybe they're sitting on 2 million worths of wine in a warehouse now.
All right.
So we help them.
I'm going to cut you over there. Thank you, judges. Thank you much, Mariana.
Thank you.
Fantastic work over there. This is your chance, everybody who's watching live right now. Cast your votes. Let us know, what did you think of that presentation? Was it your type? Let us put your vote in. Put your vote in and let us know what's happening. Again, at the same time, Q&As, it's always open for everyone. I'm sorry I missed some of the questions because the judges were asking and we ran out of time. But again, submit them in. I will try my best to get them asking the teams what they think about that question of yours. And with that, guys, we're moving on to team number 13. A total of 21 teams today. We've reached number 13, which is from Shopkyo Limited, a startup that allows users to book global door-to-door courier shipments online. So please welcome Chi Lam.
Hi everyone, this is Chi Lam. Spaceship is an all-in-one logistics solutions platform. Let's have a quick look.
寄國際件點先又快又抵，無論你想送嘢俾海外親友、旅行 shopping 買包篋、移民搬屋，用 Spaceship 一個 app 搞掂晒，即時比較各大快遞，精選運費更低至4折，手機預約極速搞掂，仲有專人上門收件，隨時隨地話寄就寄。Spaceship。
Spaceship is the first mobile platform in Hong Kong that users can instantly book and compare the domestic and international courier online. And this all our logistic partner. And our highlight is disrupt the courier industry when I can connect all courier services. 10-second on board time, we speed up more than 6 times booking time with 4 single steps only. And you can save more than 15% shipping costs. In the past, there are many barriers for using the courier services. For example, it takes a long time to set up an account, low user-friendly interface for booking, low instant price comparison, and all the logistics solutions are disorganized in the market. But now, you can enjoy 218 countries import and export, and even domestic courier service with up to 15% discount by using Spaceship. And you can do multiple courier pricing comparisons, and all the logistics solutions are consolidated in one single platform. And our API is ready to connect to any partner. And the main point is you can place order by mobile. And our business model is no matter international couriers, domestic services, and any logistic value-added services are all consolidated in one single platform, Spaceship. And we're serving the individual, business, and even platform. And we mark up 10 to 40% as our profit margin. And the market size for CEP Courier Express Parcel Service in APAC is $122 billion and $4.6 billion in Hong Kong. And it's our amazing result since we launched the last year, September. We already reached 70 million Hong Kong dollar revenue and over 40,000 members. And our projection for coming 18 months is reaching 257 million revenue and expanded to Taiwan. And we find that we can direct replicate our business model to Taiwan, Korea, Thailand, and Japan. And our management team are all experienced in logistics, e-commerce, and technical. Me, Chi Lam, CEO, over 10 years in logistics and e-commerce field. COO, Stanley, he's a former GM in Casetify. Business Director, Maggie Cam, he's a former FedEx marketing manager. And our AI consultant and angel investor, Donald Cito, he's a former CTO and co-founder of successful AI startup Prediction.io, which acquired by Salesforce in 2016. And this is our media coverage in past few months. That's the end of my presentation. Right.
Nice, right on 3-minute mark. Okay, judges, we have exactly 3 minutes. If you have any questions, this is your chance. Everyone online, this is your chance to submit your questions as well. Judges, anything you'd like to ask? Jason.
What is your repeat customer rate?
Until now, it's around 40%.
40 or 14?
4014.
No. What, did you say 40 or 14?
14.
14.
14.
14. Very. Got to make sure you're clear on that. All right. Anyone else? Do you have any questions? We have a Cindy.
Yeah, I've tried your service. I think it's quite
right.
Yeah, quite easy to use.
I think all of you will try it.
Very smart.
So what is your strategy on expanding to other markets? I saw you are planning to go to Taiwan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, in next quarter, we are planning to do the penetrations for whole Hong Kong, including the individual market and SME market and e-platform. But we are planning to set up an office in Taiwan because there are quite similar culture and e-commerce background in Taiwan. And actually, they are lack of this kind of logistic aggregator and tools for the public. So we find that we already have many inquiries from Taiwan to asking our service. So we will try to approach Taiwan and try to replicate our business model there. If it is work, we will direct replicate our business model to APAC.
We have a question online, actually. It's asking, a lot of online logistics platforms are rising amid the COVID-19 outbreak. How do you distinguish yourself from your competitors?
Actually, because the impact for coronavirus-19, all the logistic companies are lack of vacancies to ship their orders, right? But we are a logistic aggregator. We consolidate many service providers here. So we can allocate the vacancy for our client according to their needs. But we are focusing on individual right now. So we can still maintain our volume and satisfy our client needs.
Fantastic. We have 1 minute left. Calvin.
So when you talk about your future plans, Taiwan and also other places or rolling out in Hong Kong, you also talked about you have a 17 million top line.
Accumulated.
Accumulated, right? Which is very good, right? So what sort of external funding you expect yourself to need to further scale? I think probably in the next, 1 and 2 years.
Actually, we are doing a PA run this moment, and actually we are already in a profit staging. So we just need a certain amount of money to do the whole Hong Kong penetrations and try to expand to next countries. And maybe after 3 quarters, we will try to raise a round, and it is letting us to exposure to whole APAC countries.
How much are you raising right now?
It's $1 million only.
All right, that is time. We have 5 seconds left. Any last questions? No, we're good? Okay, then that's 3 minutes. Thank you so much. Chilam, good luck with that. Again, everyone online, this is your chance. The online poll is open for ShopKio. Did you like that presentation? Was the idea your type? Let us know what you think. Again, you submit the question. I will try to ask it as well. And don't forget, we will also cast your vote to choose My Favorite Startup Award. That's your chance to let us know what you, the audience outside of this room, physically away, but virtually next to each other. What did you think? Who was your favorite one that you've seen so far? Moving on to team number 14 today is Transwap Limited, a startup that provides cross-border payments for businesses. Please welcome Benjamin Wong.
Thank you. Good afternoon, judges. My name is Benjamin Wong. I'm the CEO and founder of Transwap. Global trade, global payments. B2C, B2B business segments itself is US 134 trillion at 2019. 95% is captured by the bank. And my customer itself feels that bank did not provide them an excellent service. My customer normally mainly SME and average Akiong, the underserved. We provide a suite of solutions to address the pain points. The suite of solutions that we provide is payments. We can pay to 160 countries. Collections, we issue global borders virtual account in US, UK, and Europe for them to collect money. Financial automations, making invoices faster collection of invoices. Treasury management, addressing FX hedging pain point. And of course, iBanking. We have offices in 5 countries now. In 3 years' time, we will have offices in 15 countries. Let me bring you to the heart of our platform. This is payments. Cheaper, faster, and transparent. We can pay up to 160 countries, 120 currency, 80 countries local payment rails, reaching 11,000 banks. Global borderless virtual account, we are launching this month. You can have a virtual borderless account in UK, US, Europe, without having an entity there or present there. As you can see in the platform itself, you've got US dollar, UK dollar, but these are banks in overseas, but in one platform. Financial automations addressing cash management, invoicing, e-invoicing, better collection, faster, more efficient. Export potential, we are accessible and scalable very easily. Currently itself, we have over 700 million of secure contract to be launched this year and next year. We partner with major banks. The technology itself is the enabler to scale high. We have few technology which are in place now, which iBanking, eKYC, and we're building more technology in Edinburgh, as Hong Kong. We have award-winning platform, brand recognition, social mediums, and exhibition. And of course, Startup Express is one of the way we're able to reach our customer. We have deep domain knowledge. We have deep domain knowledge in IT, in legal, in strategy, in entrepreneur. This is my third startup. Thank you very much. I just finished. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Benjamin. Right on the dot, 3 minutes. I love the timing. Okay, judges, any questions? Jason.
Where's your team?
Our team is in almost 8 countries. Hong Kong, I stay in Hong Kong, Singapore, Indonesia.
Can you describe the team in Hong Kong? Is it responsible for technical? Is it which part of the business?
Hong Kong itself is a regional HQ for East Asia. So we have marketing teams here. We also have 2 IT teams in Hong Kong. Hong Kong itself, we've got 8 people. Singapore got 8 people, Vietnam got 5 people, UK got 2 people, Malaysia got 2 people, Australia got 1 people. Yeah, so we have got a good global team.
Pretty Asia Pacific right over there. Okay, anybody? So Duncan, you have a question.
You mentioned about the contract amount, but I didn't say how many users you have so far.
So far itself, we have about 400 users, mainly corporates. We have transfer over 15,000 transfer, over 60 US million so far.
Right, Calvin.
So what sort of licenses you hold for multi different places, right?
So in Singapore, we hold the major payment institution. In Indonesia is the Bank Indonesia license. In UK, we are applying for the EMI license.
For Singapore, they have the new campus
Correct.
license.
So we are under the major payment institution. There is no limit. They got standard payment, major payment. So we are on the higher category. We can send $1 billion. In fact, we have sent 50 million before from Hong Kong to Singapore, 30 million. So our clients are all many businesses.
So can you elaborate a bit about your working relationship with financial institution, banks?
Yes, we are host to JP Morgan. JP Morgan is our global bank, OCBC, BCA, whole list of Vietnam bank and all this, which are our partner. Our partner includes banks and non-banks. JP Morgan is one of our global banks. So wherever we are, JP Morgan will issue support us. But we do not exclusive to one bank. We have many banks.
All right, we have 1 minute left. Anybody have any other questions? Sitting at your computer, guys, you can submit your questions. Otherwise, let's see if the judges have any. Calvin.
So what sort of funding stage is your company now?
We have so far received about 2.5 million US. We are raising our Series A 5 to 10 million to scale up, actually. So we often tell people we offer a suite of financial solutions, but our competitors are merely remittance company.
All right, so new age of remittance, nice, I like it. Okay, judges, anything else? We have around 30 seconds left. If you're still curious, otherwise let me see. Oh, we've got a question over here. So how do you distinguish yourself from other virtual banks?
We are not virtual banks. We are providing solutions for SME, ranging from payment, collections, treasury management, financial automation. So we are not regulated so heavily as a bank, but we can expand very fast within 5 countries to 15 countries.
All right, wonderful. Well, that's 3 minutes of questions. We're out of time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck with your idea.
Thank you, judges.
Again, everyone who's watching here, remember this is your time to vote in the polls and let us know, what did you think so far? Was this that presentation that stood out for you? Was this idea the one that you will remember today? Put your vote into our polls. Of course, submit your questions at the end of every presentation. And of course, remember, my favorite startup award has your vote casted in and counts towards the final winner for that particular award. We are on to team number 15 out of 21 today. So moving ahead, let me introduce the next team. It's Innovo Robotics Hong Kong Limited, a startup that produces robot arms to automate a wide variety of repetitive tasks. So please welcome Jonathan Chung.
Hi, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Jonathan Chung from Innovo Robotics. I'm the co-founder, and we started Innovo Robotics in 2016 to make a new, totally flexible approach to industrial automation. So what's the problem with industrial automation currently? Well, what you see here is industrial robots. They're very good, they're very big, they're very expensive, and really they're very well tailored for the mass manufacturing market. But that only represents 20% of the manufacturing market as a whole. The rest of the market looks like this, which is very manual, it's very labor intensive, and it's also very, very difficult to automate and to benefit from the value of automation. So what have we done about that, and what's our approach? Well, we want to take a totally different approach to this, where we look at automation, and we offer our customers, which are batch manufacturing customers, small to medium businesses, the ability to do three things, or three unique selling points. And the first one is we offer a really easy-to-use system. These aren't things that you really need to traditionally program. These are programmed using apps and simple web interfaces. Our second unique selling point is we are probably the only available modular robot out there, which means that our customers are able to have a completely flexible approach to their production. And thirdly, we're very affordable. So that means that it's traditionally where robots are very expensive and unaffordable to those smaller businesses to automate. We are, and we're lowering the barrier of entry to those customers. So we have a number of different application examples in a number of different industries: logistics, machine tending, dental market, spray painting, to name a few. And in our product, we have three kind of main areas of core technology. In our transmission, our coupling mechanisms, and also our software. So what are we doing in terms of right now? We're going through our beta trials, what we call our beta trials, our pre-production trials, where we are also trying to engage with more and more direct customers, and our strategy is to talk to more system integrators and use corporate and OEM customers as our accelerators. So what we're really looking for is a platform to be able to take our product to lots more different system integrators, to enter different markets, to help us to expand our business.
Got to cut you over there.
Oh,
That's 3
it?
minutes. Yep.
Okay.
Time flies fast when you're having a good time. All right, so judges, we have 3 minutes for questions. Let me know if you have any curious ideas and questions you would like to pose. Cindy.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi.
Nice seeing you again.
You too.
Can you tell us more about your team?
Sure. So we have about 16 people in our team. We're split evenly across two areas. There are 6 of us in Hong Kong, and there are 9 of us in the UK and 1 in Central Europe. So our target market is actually in Western Europe. It's where they're suffering the most pain from a small to medium business labor rate point of view. So this is our market which is suffering the most pain, and so it's our easy first target market.
All right, any other questions? We have still 2 minutes left. Duncan.
Hi, Jonathan. You're saying that you're in the pre-production trial.
Sure.
How far are you away from fully commercialized?
Okay, so we are taking our next advanced certification prototypes in around September, and then we'll be launching our product around November time.
Jason.
What do you need most now?
We need lots of everything, really. Our technology is okay, and really need to plow through our customer trials, get our feedback, and also gain more connections with system integrators who are able to expand our business.
We have 1.5 minutes left. Does any of the other judges have any questions? And of course, you have a chance to submit your questions in as well, so do that now, because we'll look at the questions that we get online, and I'll ask them away. Judges, any other questions you'd like? We still have a minute left. I'd like to go in over there. All right, so I've got a question online. So how does it work as a tool for education? Any education institutions using your products?
There aren't at the moment, but we think that it would be a great product for the education market because of the flexibility, the ability to help the younger generation learn to program robots, because robots are the future, as we know.
Every kid wants to be a robot at one point,
Exactly.
right? All right, judges, we have a minute left. Anything you would like to add into questions? If you are curious about it, this is your chance. Let's see, we got another question online. I'm going to ask you as well. Do you think this could be applied to any areas of apparel manufacturing?
Definitely. There are lots of different areas of manufacturing that it can apply to. Wherever there is an inefficiency with either a human or an increase in quality control that's required, there is a possibility to automate and use robots. So definitely.
Definitely right over there. All right, so it seems like the judges are satisfied. Everybody online seems to be happy as well.
Right.
You know what? I think that's it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Let's keep this going. So judge is going to be scoring, and this is your chance to cast your vote in the poll. What did you think of that presentation? Was Innova Robotics presentation the one that you liked a lot? Do let us know in the online polls. At the same time, my favorite stand-up award, my favorite startup award, I should say, actually is waiting for your vote as well. So remember, cast that as well. We are over to team number 16. We still have a few more to go, so don't you go anywhere. Team number 16 comes to us from Gens Technologies Limited, a startup that developed a proprietary, low-cost, and portable medical imaging device. From that, please welcome Justin Chan.
Right. Hi, my name is Justin from Jens Technologies, and we do low-cost and portable imaging device. So you can see on the screen there on the left-hand side is a tablet-sized imaging device that we do cross-sectional imaging. And on the right, you see an electro band that emits sort of electric impulses that shoot across the soft tissues. And with that, we construct the internal image across the part that you're wrapping the band around. So it could be a wrist, it could be a lungs, it could be the livers or ankles. That's the 4 research that we're currently looking into right now. It's non-radiation technology, and it's a very fast imaging method. So we take 30 frame rates per second. And it's basically real-time imaging video that we can see there. So we can do both static and dynamic imaging. And like I said, we can look at tendon and muscle disorders, we can look at edemas, inflammations, and potentially in tumors as well. And it works across different body parts that you're looking at, and potentially in racehorses as well, when you look at those tendons diseases. So there are 2 main use cases that we're looking at. The first one is home-based imaging, where we can do remote analysis. You can see there around the belt side, that's the device that we have without the monitor, so it's quite small. And then with that, we can image any parts that we want to look at. So say they go to a clinician, they need a bit of monitoring for a couple of days. Instead of spending some time in hospital, they can have a device at home and use that for imaging, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes per day. And we compare the sort of a deterioration or improvement of really localized data inside the body. So it could work in lungs and other places as well. The second part is we can do hospital bedside imaging as well, so that you don't have to push the patient around all the time for CT scan, MRI scans, because it's not really practical for people to do scans, on a daily basis. And with that, we can do monitoring around the clock, or at least for a couple hours as well, and we can notice deterioration really fast. So this is a team. I do all the non-technical side of things. I have a Forbes award earlier, and we have 4 PhD with us in medical imaging in algorithm. And we develop our own electronics as well. We also have 6 partnerships with professors across different universities, and we're doing clinical trials with the disease that I talk about on lungs, on wrist, and other places. So it's a really cheap device. When we're talking about MRI, millions, of course. The most comparable to us would be ultrasound, but still not that portable, and we were still quite a lot cheaper than them. And in the longer term, we're using the same technology for gesture recognition. It's interesting, quite simple. When you move your fingers and look at your wrist, you can see the tendons moving. We capture that, and it's a really high resolution information. So for other wrist imaging devices, they can't really capture that sort of accurate and anatomical data for that. And we can, it's simple, IoT control, gaming, and in the longer run, we want to do sign language translation, so that for the deaf and mute community, they can do this as well. And this is what we envision this to look like. Will be a wristband itself that could be compatible with Apple Watches and Samsung Watch as an accessory. But our main focus is medical imaging right now. It's a long-term plan for us. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 3 minutes, done and done. Good technology, good ideas. Now, questions from the judges. Duncan.
Thank you, Justin. Very interesting. Have you deployed any of the bedside monitoring in the hospital for real-life testing?
So the bedside monitoring, not yet, but we're running clinical trials. So on wrist and then a bit of lungs as well. What we're currently looking at is something called chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, where for smokers and heavy air pollution, where you have onset. Once you reach a certain point, you become chronic, and then there's no treatment for that. We're trying to capture the pre-onset cycle. So that's one of the trials that we're looking at. Bedside monitoring for lungs, not yet. We have conceptualized some of those that could be helpful for COVID, but obviously Hong Kong is not a trial site for us right now because the cases are not there anymore.
All right, Jason.
IPs?
IPs, yes, we have our own IPs. So both
Can
for
you
the...
elaborate on that? Which part of the IP? What is the IP?
So the medical imaging system of that, and as well as the gesture recognition system with the technology that we have. That's called electron beam tomography. So we have the IP with that. Yeah.
And the FDA process for medical device, that's the clinical trial that you're getting into.
Yeah, so FDA, it's a longer-term plan. So we don't have to go to FDA before we can ship off some devices. Medical device, of course, we need FDA approval. But they're health referencing devices that we could use with ISO that could indicate a potential problem that you have. So sort of like Fitbit licenses where you track some indicators without having a diagnostic sort of that power in terms of, yeah.
Understood. So could you clarify, out of all these products that you have shown us, these are possibilities, or what is your priorities? I mean, you can't be good at everything, right?
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
So definitely medical imaging. The 2 main focuses we have right now is on wrist disease and lung diseases. And then we're also doing some sort of longer-term research on ankles, developing some 3D algorithms with math professors on different mathematical models, with a bit of machine learning as well. So, but mainly on wrist disease and lung disease right now. And then once we have that, it's quite transferable to different parts.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I need to grow on this. For that to happen, and you're saying that clinical and the FDA of medical device would be later stage. I mean, is it at odds? I mean,
oh, no. So it's a bit different. So when we do pilot studies, Hong Kong multiple centers can do that. But let's say for Hong Kong U, this clinical trial center, to your knowledge, doesn't have the device licenses. So for us to get FDA-approved data, we need to go to other device centers. But the center could still be useful for us to do health referencing devices. It's just not recognized by FDA, even though they know it's reliable.
How important is the data to do with the accuracy for the diagnostic? And if it's yes, but then what is the tipping? When is the tipping point on that? How much data do you need in order to have that?
Right. So for pilot studies, we only need 12 patients to indicate a feature, but obviously the more the better. But we don't need a lot of patients to have that accuracy.
All right, thank you very much. To answer the question right on the dot. Okay, thank you so much. Good luck with your idea. And of course, everybody, polling is open. So that means it's time for you to cast your vote. Was that presentation something that you liked? Let us know in the online polls. And of course, we're going to have the My Favorite Startup Award real soon. So make sure that you get your votes ready for that as well. Now today, with 21 teams in total, we've been seeing through different ideas, innovative ideas, similar ideas, very new ideas, but mostly really good ideas. And with that, of course, let's move on to our next team, which comes to us, which is the 7th team of the day, coming to us from Decodes Limited, a startup that turns fragmented data into usable insights using machine learning processes. Please welcome Louis Hui.
Hi, good afternoon, judges. I'm Louis, the co-founder and CEO of Decodes. We enable global commerce with AI and big data. We have achieved a lot in the past few years. We have been invested by Hong Kong Science Park, as well as launching our global price comparison website, CompareYe. This year, we're excited to announce a joint venture with one of Hong Kong's top logistic company, as well as also launching a social commerce community called Handpick. Our CompareYe website is now a self-sustained, self-growing platform that runs on an affiliate and dropship model with zero inventory. Yet we're able to generate over 160,000 US dollar in GMV. This is made possible by our data and massive catalog. Our technology enables us to capture real-time supply and demand data from all over the world. Enables us to capture change in user preferences. We have capitalized in cross-border shopping, and now we're extending to influencer and social commerce. Influencer marketing has been an unstoppable force, being the #1 tool in marketing. Research shows that the largest population of social media users are the millennials, which 88% of them claim their shopping behavior were inspired or influenced by KOC, or micro-influencers. And these influencers might not have a lot of followers, but they are highly engaged and trusted by their fans. This inspires us to launch Handpick, a social community platform that connects consumers to influencers for inspiration and sharing of online shopping ideas. At Handpick, consumers can browse and find trending products from around the world, recommended and reviewed by their favorite influencers. Then they can use our one-stop shop solution to shop from thousands of merchants around the world. More interestingly, they can become a handpicker themselves, contributing back to the community and share the inspiration while getting rewarded. This is all made possible by our API collection of collecting millions of data each day from e-commerce, social media, and search engines. We have ambitious plan and a clear roadmap ahead of us. We want to become the top influencer marketing agency with $1 billion scale. I have experience in eBay managing a business unit of $1 billion US. My partner is also a serial entrepreneur who has his previous startup has been successfully acquired. We also have a robust advisory team consists of professors and domain experts from different fields. With Decodes, We aim to become the top influencer and social marketing agency in Hong Kong. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Time for questions. Judges, if you have a question, people at home, if you have a question, time to submit them in. So judges, have a little think. Let's see if anyone submitted questions as well. All right, my device is updating. Let's see what's going on. We have 3 minutes on the clock, ready to go. The moment the judges ask, the time starts ticking down. They're still looking at your presentation. This is intriguing. I like it. All right, Duncan.
Hi. Louis, your lead generation strategy, is it more from influencer or from price comparison on search engines?
Actually, they complement each other. For the price comparison engine, we run on affiliate and dropship model, which that also empowers our influencer platform, which is a B2C platform. So on the handpick, the influencer platform, consumers can find products that are reviewed, recommended by their favorite influencers, and then through our Compare Year or global price comparison engine, they can buy the product through our merchants or directly from us through a dropship model.
All right, Calvin.
Can you explain a bit about your revenue model? So what sort of fees you charge and how you actually make your profits?
Sure. Actually, we already signed with large affiliate networks such as Amazon, eBay, Walmart, as well as 15,000 other ones. So we actually make affiliate commission based on redirect of traffic. And also, like I mentioned, we also do drop ship as well for customers who want a hassle-free experience that we can fulfill the whole door-to-door experience for them.
All right, Jason.
What is the conversion of the affiliate traffic?
Well, it's not really high. It's around 5% right now, but that's why we need a critical mass, which we already acquire over 1 million users to our Compare You website. So but we have an efficient marketing strategy, with CPC, with SEM and SEO. So yeah, I think we have on the right way.
And for the campaign, what is the repeat rate? The repeat rate of campaigns by same merchants?
Well, actually for the campaign part, right now we just launched Handpick, so we're still building up the traction. We don't have much data in that, but in terms of because we are linked with 15,000 different merchants, I would say the top merchants, the top 20%, they have over 80% of the traffic, yeah. And the larger players such as Amazon, Walmart, and Best Buy are the most repeated, merchants on our websites.
All right, we have a question online, actually. It's asking, trends can be cultural or geographically specific. Can your system be applied to places other than Hong Kong?
Absolutely, yeah. That's why we have Compare You, which is most of a data-driven recommendation. And that's why we also launched Handpick. It's more of a localized, influencer-driven experience where the human or the local influencer will recommend the products. So exactly like you mentioned, the local influencer will have the recommendation based on the regions and culture. Yeah.
They would know the culture better. All right, we have 10 seconds. Yes, no questions from judges. Anything else you would like to add? Otherwise, we're going to have to let you go because time is running out. So I tell you what, I think we're done with the questions. Thank you so much. That was a great idea. Let's see it happen. All right, guys, everyone, the polls are open. This is your chance to let us know, what did you think of that presentation? Was it your type? Make sure you put your vote into the polls. The questions are always going to be rolling in, and I will try my best to add them into the Q&A session. Of course, judges are busy scoring because we're rounding down to the last few pitches of the day. Remember, 21 in total. We're going to have 11 winners at the end. We are moving on to pitch number 18 from team number 18. This comes to us from Magpok Design Limited, a startup that improves experience for travelers, commuters, and gadget lovers. So please welcome Victor Yoon.
Good afternoon. We are Bricks Power. In the next few minutes, I will give you an overview of our business and what we plan to do next. Magpok started in 2017 as a product design company. And in 2018, we created our own brand, the Bricks Power. We are a Hong Kong STP incubatee. This is the first product of Bricks Power, a true wireless battery charger for your mobile phone. We launched on Kickstarter in 2018, and it was well received worldwide. Beautiful design, no cables. We use a modular design platform. And with that platform, we have created more other products. Our design is patent protected. And during COVID-19, we have introduced a protection kit which consists of UVC sterilizer, ionic air purifier, and infrared thermometer. We even added antibacterial properties to the product. Again, beautifully designed, clean and beautiful, very well received. This is what we're doing right now for the future. Our next generation of products, Brix Power IoT. It consists of a smart battery, which contains communication power and processing power. And when you attach a sensor module to it, it becomes an IoT device. The data is stored in the cloud, and user can access it via an app. Consider this scenario. A young lady travels foreign country alone. She's staying in a hotel room. She's worried about intruders. With our smart IP sensor camera, she doesn't have to do this. So that was a bit extreme, but this is our current business situation here. We're selling internationally, we have revenue, and we are expecting 7 times growth this year. And for the IoT business model, 2 revenue streams, the hardware platform and data services. The hardware platform, creators can create their own sensors and sell with our smart battery. This makes the hardware scalable. And for the data we have harvested, we can create value. Again, very scalable. We are a small team of 9 people in Hong Kong and Shenzhen. Our products has won many, many international awards. We hope to create a famous Hong Kong brand. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Victor. Time for the questions. 3 minutes of questions, 3 minutes of answers. Let's see if our judges are curious about anything. Again, everyone who's watching live, your chance to submit your questions. Judges, Jason.
So if there's a buyer of your product, they have to buy all the modules, or how are you packaging this?
We have many modules. You can buy them individually, but most importantly, you need the battery module, okay? The battery module powers all these different modules. We call function bricks. So all portable devices need battery power, right? So it's important you have the battery module first, and you can expand.
Have you sold this in the market? What's the validation of these different packages that you're testing?
Well, all the products on hand with you now is sold. We have revenue. We have revenue. We sold internationally. Our products can be found in Logon in Hong Kong.
So which is the best-selling product, and what works best in your design?
At the moment, the best-selling product is the wireless charging product, wireless charging battery charger for your mobile phone. And we're expanding the range. And during COVID-19, we have introduced the protection kit. And of course, that's very well received right now. And we're getting a lot of orders for it. But the next generation of products, we want to make that battery smart, exactly. Yeah? So we want to make it smart. And then you attach different sensors to it. It becomes an IoT device. So the possibilities are endless.
All right. Any other questions? Calvin?
So I think you probably just touched on it, but you can elaborate further. So what are your winning strategies? How to make your sales, your overall future values of the company even bigger? And also, what are the later version or more upgraded version that we can expect of your product?
Yes. The products we made now is really a proof of concept. Our future is IoT devices. And because of our modular design, we can attach a lot of different sensors to it for different applications. So, we're talking about smart city, smart factory, smart farms. So with different sensors for those applications, you can attach it to the smart battery. Yeah? And the possibility is endless. Yeah? And to go even further, maybe 3 or 5 years later on, we're hoping to add energy harvesting into our smart battery. We want the product to be implemented and forget, not plug and play, you know, you don't want to go back and replace the battery because some of the applications is remote and it will cost a lot of money to, you know, have people replacing the batteries. So energy harvesting is actually something we are really wanting to look into.
All right, and that's it. 3 minutes. Thank you so much.
Vote
Good
for
luck with your
us.
idea. Yeah, we definitely will. All right, guys, the polls are open, everyone. This is your chance to vote it in and let us know, what did you think of that presentation? Was the Magpok design the one that stood out the most for you? Let us know in the online polls. Remember, you're going to have to cast your vote for My Favorite Startup Award as well later on. And remember, today we have 21 different teams, 11 winners at the end of this whole session. We're nearing the end, so don't go anywhere, because we're going to introduce our next team that's going to come up and share with us. So team number 19, we've got Open Ocean Engineering Limited, a startup that uses AI vision to clean up our waters. Please welcome Siddharth Gupta.
Hi, good afternoon, judges. I hope you're all doing well. So I'm here to talk to you about Clearbot. Now at Clearbot, we're trying to build robots that collect trash out of the sea, right? So we all know there's an ocean trash crisis. That's not the point. The issue is that we are actually trying to collect this trash out of the water today, either by hand or using nets. That's really the best method we have. And that's expensive, it's slow, and it's dangerous. There's no existing tools to tackle different sizes of water bodies. And not only that, there's actually really poor data for the fund deployers. So the governments, the impact funds, the corporates that are funding the removal of trash from the water actually don't know what is being collected, how much is being collected, and where the source a lot of that trash is, and so how to deploy their funds. So, for example, this is in Hong Kong. The government puts out tenders for up to $2 million a year for trash collection in Hong Kong, and this is how it's done. So the person who gets a tender puts a net in front of their boat and actually just drives up and down the shoreline, right? The collection rate is really low, and the net is that, you know, at the end, the trash, most of it is in the water, and the government spends a lot of money without much results. Not only in Hong Kong, but this is an issue that is pretty much global in every city, and it's not only governments that are paying, it's your yacht marinas, your harbors, construction projects, resorts, and so on and so forth. Depending on the size of the water they're cleaning, up to $100,000 a month. So there's a huge opportunity for a better solution, and this is where we have Clearbot. So at Clearbot, we're trying to build a system of ocean trash collecting drones. And the concept is pretty straightforward. We're trying to build these self-navigating, self-charging robots. They have a camera on board that detects the trash, and then the swarm works together to bring it back to shore. Compared to the current solution, we're 15 times cheaper, we have 5 times more reach, and can collect twice as much trash per day. And most importantly, we're collecting data in the process that helps our client understand what's in the water. We've built a very cutting-edge trash detection model over the last year. We've trained it over 10,000 images. And we've had aerial drone technology, swarm technology, to make it work on the water. And what this means is we can service everything from a little lake to a shoreline to a square area of ocean, right? Here's some photographs of our early pilot in Bali, and this is our most recent prototype in Hong Kong. Our AI model today can do about 20 classes of trash, and we have API access to it. Now, for countries and government areas where basically there's already the governments are paying for trash cleaning, we're trying to get service contracts with either the government or marinas and harbors. But in developing countries, we're basically trying to do plastic offset, where, for example, on an e-commerce site, you can pay $1 to make your order plastic neutral. And so we're trying to work with corporates to have plastic neutral products, and that would basically pay us to remove trash. We started negotiating pilots in Colombo, and we're trying to set up a collection system in Surabaya in Indonesia. We also got a data aggregator who signed an MOU with us, and we're in early talks with large corporates like Dow Chemicals and PepsiCo. So we were winners of the Alibaba Jumpstarter competition, of course. We're currently a finalist in the Plastic Data Challenge, and we think we'd be a really good match for this program. We think that we'd contribute back to this program as well as get a lot from it. So here's our team. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Time is up. Right on it. Okay, so judges, if you have any questions, we have 3 minutes of time to question away and answer away. Everyone watching live, your chance to submit. Cindy.
Hi. How do you compare your technology or what you are doing with similar initiatives like Buoyant Slate's the ocean cleanup?
Absolutely, that's a great question. So Buoyant Slate's ocean cleanup right now is doing rivers. They actually failed their ocean goal of cleaning the garbage patch. And they are very specifically doing rivers between 10 meters and 20 meters wide. Right? That is actually all their solution services. And that is the problem in this sector, right? That there's nothing that can do different sizes. There's no single solution. And so how we win is, number one, our collection rates are much higher because we're using cameras to actually navigate the bot around to where the waste is. And the second side is we are cheaper and we can do more sizes of water bodies, which very frankly for most of the countries, like developing countries with the trashes, is more important.
All right, anybody else have a question? Judges, otherwise let me see if anyone online. So far, we got a question online. Can it work in rough seas? Is it mainly a B2G, B2C? Yeah, can it work in rough seas basically?
Well, that's a great question. So the simple answer is that it kind of depends. So we've done very extensive and successful testing in rivers and canals. In the seas, it really depends how rough the sea is, right? So I will say that in bad weather, not really. It's not very effective. But if weather is good, it works reasonably well.
Right, any more questions from judges? Jason?
So a typical job that you would do, how many robots and what's the whole 9 yards of the program?
Perfect. Okay, so let me give you an example of our pilot in Surabaya, right? So we're basically setting up a camera system before and after our collection point, and then on the robots themselves. There are going to be 4 robots. They're going to be cleaning a river about 20 meters wide, collecting back the trash into a marine refuse center where a disposal guy puts it into a landfill or recycles what they can, right? And the corporates that are working with us are looking to understand how much trash is actually being pulled out, because you have a before and after, as well as what is the classification of the trash that's being collected. That tokenization is very important for them because they can then sell to their customers that, hey, my plastic neutral product, you can track how much trash you paid to remove, right? Like you can actually track the data behind that.
And how long is the process for cleaning up the body of water that you just mentioned?
Oh, well, so this is,
Surabaya,
it's
right?
autonomous, right? So, yeah, so we're doing a river, and this is downstream, so the trash is like constantly flowing in. So our job is just to set up a cycle. We basically get paid to constantly remove trash from the sea and then give it to the disposal.
So the idea is actually go in there, set up, and then continue to sustain a regular program.
Absolutely.
Maybe, you know, a
Actually,
weekly program.
one of the advantages of using robots is the low operational cost. So your capex is a little bit higher. The government has to put up a larger money to set up. But then my operational cost is very, very low. So that's one of the advantages, in fact, of what we're trying to do.
We have around 20 seconds. Any last questions you want to add on? Jason?
Any impact on sea life?
Oh, our AI can tell the difference between trash and fish. There's no video here, unfortunately, but I will show you that later. Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Time is up. We're out of 3 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck with the idea. The polls are open, everyone. Did you like Open Ocean Engineering Limited's idea? Let us know in the polls and cast your votes. We've got 2 more teams that we're going to be sharing with you, and then we're going to have a little relaxed session. And then, of course, the announcement of the few finalists that we picked at the end of the whole program. With that, we're moving on to team number 20 out of 21 today, coming to us from Brilliant Guard Limited, a startup that's replacing traditional security with smart key management solutions. Please welcome Andy Tse.
Hi, good afternoon, Josh. My name is Andy. My company sells 3 things. Okay, one is the key, one is the lock, one is the solution. Okay, why are we having this idea? Because it's simple, right? From the traditional moving to what we have now in the smart key, right? Smart lock. The problem is the power. Okay, when the lock is running out of the battery, right? You need to put the charger back for 2 minutes. This 2-minute time, the customer will not accept this, right? So they scare off. They go back to the traditional, buying the lock. So for this problem, that's why we have our key solution, right? Our key has served 2 purposes. Okay, the first one is holding 100 credential, which means allow you to open 100 lock, which means you can your friend can share to you, your office can share to you. And the other thing is the power booster. All right, once the lock running out the battery, the smart key will provide enough electricity to boost it up and open it up. It's just like your old mechanic lock and key traditional, okay? So that is one of the 2 key features. And also we pack with another stuff too, like a shareable, lock key management, encryption, and all kind of 2-way authentication and all that, okay? So in order to support smart key, we need smart lock, okay? I put two over there, okay? We have 4 models coming out, okay? 2 already been made, okay? We'll be launching end of this year. And the other 2 will be one of the 5G NB-IoT version. This one will be target on the logistic industry. Okay, pretty much providing the location tracking and all that. The last one is the smart cylinder. Okay, the smart cylinder basically is the lock without the battery installed into it. Okay, all the operation is done by the key. Okay, so this tiny smart cylinder is actually the target to replacing your office cabinet, your office desk, and your office drawer. So this is considering will be a huge market on that. The next thing is our key software management. Of course, when we sell into enterprise, we need that kind of software in place. Okay, pricing. Okay, we are not selling something skyrocket pricing. Actually, the pricing very competitive with the others. Okay, but we have a two stream of pricing. Okay, one is selling the lock. Okay, straightforward, and the other one actually is selling the key. But with also additional, we have the annual subscription plan for the key, which is more like a pay-as-you-go, right? The more lock you buy, the more lock, the money we will go to receive it. So we consider it will be additional revenue to us, okay? So this is pretty much our product, and also this is what we're going to sell, okay? Our brand, of course, brand is luxury, okay? That's why I'm standing here trying to win a competition and asking you for the investment, okay? But also, if this is not working, we'll go to sell it through our long-term partner. We have been manufacturing the lock for them for so many years. So two actually based in US, and they are traditional, and we try to using our technology and to integrate with them.
And that is time.
All right, okay.
Right there, okay. We move on to our Q&A for the second last team of today. Q&A 3 minutes. Judges, any questions you'd like to ask Andy? So far we've got, okay, Jason, go first.
Yeah. It's a lock.
It's a lock.
Other than the lock, on top of it, what problem are you trying to solve?
We're actually trying to solve the problem, what we have now for the portable lock when the battery is running out, okay? A lot of portable lock they put on the garage, they access twice a year. When the time running out the battery, there's no way for the customer using the charger, plug it in, wait for 2 minutes, and then open it up. Okay, that's why we have this idea, all right? Using a smart key provide electricity to open it up, so it's more quickly.
So in other words, although the current smart lock market, you can use biometric and all these other passwords and all these.
Still got a problem.
When it runs out of battery,
right,
then it's gone.
It's gone. Well, you accept 2 minutes to open it up.
But then the cost is I have to carry a device with me as key all the time.
Yes, because this key supposed to be, all right, it's not only for that particular lock, right? We try to horizontal expand our product range, right? For example, we have two types of lock, right? But we will go to extend to manufacturing the door lock, manufacturing the cylinder. We try to get the people using this key more commonly.
All right, Calvin.
So how successful you are so far? What sort of challenges?
We're still on the prototype stage, okay? So we hopefully, as what I'm saying, hopefully we will go to engage with our partner and selling this idea, and also trying to see any solution or funding we could able to sell with our own brand.
So this is more like a 2B model that you're thinking about?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Duncan, go ahead.
Just curious, are you originally in the lock business?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's why. So it's a natural.
That's why we can make that kind of stuff, right? Okay. So it's not something easy here, right? Okay. Yeah.
All right, if anybody online has questions, do submit them in. Our judge is going to be thinking if they have anything else. We have a minute left, everyone. This is your chance. If you have a question to ask about locks, smart locks, brilliant guard locks, anything about locking stuff. If you have a question, submit it in. I will know. Okay, so I got a question. How do you support after-sales support and repair of your locks?
That's why I'm saying we have two ways to selling our stuff, right? With our own brand, definitely will be a lot of capital. We need to invest on that, right? For example, sales, PR, operation, sales support, that kind of stuff. And if that is something we could able to do it, and we will go to get every department in place. Yeah.
All right, understood. Okay, so any other questions? Otherwise, I have one more from online. Your goal is to replace the traditional keys. What do you expect when do you expect that day to come, when to replace traditional keys? 15 seconds.
Well, we expect, when you using the traditional key, right, you carry so many keys, right, in your lifetime, right? You probably have, 10 lock, 15 lock on yourself, right? But using this tiny device, you basically pack everything into it, right?
All right, so
all right, thank you, guys.
Possible,
thank you, Jeff.
Thank you so much for your time. There we go. This is it, the second last team of the day. Did you like that presentation? Was it your thing? Was it about Brilliant Guard? Did you like the key idea? This is your time to give us your votes in the online polls, everyone. Also remember, we have another award waiting for you to cast your vote, which is my favorite startup award. And of course, Q&A. Last team that's going to come over here. Last chance for you to ask your questions away before we get to just hang out and just meet the startups as well, while the judges have to tally up all the numbers together. So please join me in welcoming team number 21 of the day from Bluepin Hong Kong Limited, a startup that provides indoor positioning services for different venues. Please welcome Gary Leung.
Hello, everybody. I'm Gary Bupin. Okay. Don't work. Sorry about that. Sorry, the remote does not work. No. Oh, sorry. Okay, Bupin, actually, we are the member company of InQTech program in Hong Kong Science Park. Our core product is IPS, Indoor Positioning Service. Actually, when people come to a new place like exhibition, they would like to know where they are and find a way to the destination easily. However, when now in-person exhibition, you barely find the organizer provide such kind of service in the exhibition because of the complex environment as well as the tight setup time. And so this is our target market. Last December, we set up the exhibition IPS at Shenzhen Convention Exhibition Center. We spent 10 hours to complete the setup for 5 hall, 70,000 square meter area. And also, we specially developed the WeChat and AR navigation and show the people, I mean the visitor, don't need to download any application at the entrance, and they just use the WeChat to scan the event QR code to see their current position. And in coming November, another organizer wants us to support their events to provide the service to cover 16 hall and 300,000 square meter area. And in the past 12 months, we got award, I mean that our technology got award from different events from University, Hong Kong X Foundation, as well as Hong Kong Science Park. And also last November, we got the Gold Medal Award from International Invention Show in Germany. And also we got the US patent on our algorithm. And beside the exhibition, we also deploy our system in PolyU EMSD, Inno Center, Asia World Expo, as well as a shopping mall in China. And in early May, we win a smart city project to provide the IPS for an entire commercial building. Other development including smart factory, access tracking, robotic solutions, smart glasses, AI, IPS, etc. And core member profile, I'm Gary. I have more than 15 years experience in new services development. I got my MBA master degree, and also I'm studying the engineering doctorate degree in PolyU. My thesis is BLE, Indoor Positioning System. And my partner, Eric, is actually graduate from Stanford University, and he also the expert in business and I mean the IoT business and the technology development. And our mentor, Professor Frank Kim, he is expert in digital transformation, cybersecurity. He is leading our business development for the company. That's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, last presentation of the day. Judges, any curious things? Let it go, let it know. Ask away. What did you think?
Can you tell me more on the indoor tracking technology and any installation do you need in order to have that work?
Yes, we need to, because we are using iBeacon technology, so we need to install the beacon, I mean the BLE beacon, at different place to emit, to broadcast the BLE signal such that the people's phone can track the signal to do the positioning. That's the way. So we need to install the beacon around the venue.
All right, speakers. All right, Calvin.
So in terms of your product, the value creation points, are you thinking more about than just the positioning? That, for example, like within any particular event or venue, you are basically steering towards the different, participant, maybe, one area of space, less participant. You actually kind of try to direct people into different areas. In terms of how you can control some of the, measures, statistics out of it, you produce whatever value proposition to the actual user. So can you explain?
Yes, of course. Actually, the indoor positioning service or system is actually we see that is an enabling technology. Based on this one, based on this effective solution, we can develop more solution to suit the requirement from the client. Like, okay, we talked to some supermarket owner in Germany. They approached me, okay, say, Gary, could you provide some indoor positioning service for their supermarket? I know why. Of course, we can do that. And they said, okay, we would like to have some kind of shopping list for the people because they are very busy, so that before they go to the supermarket, they have the shopping list. When they arrive there, they can have an optimized routing route. Okay, I just want to say, okay, this is enabling technology. We can talk to the client to define their own use case and requirement. Of course, we can provide different kind of service to enhance the proposition of the service we provide.
Right. Oh, Cindy?
So what is your business model? How do you charge your clients in addition to like implementation and
sure.
also?
For the exhibition, okay, on one hand, we can charge the project cost for the project based on the scale. On the other hand, because we have a very aggressive business plan, okay, we charge nothing, $0 for install the system for the whole exhibition. We base on revenue sharing on the advertising model. So all the advertising generated from this kind of service, we will have some revenue sharing with the organizer.
So you mean the advertising just like similar to what Kevin alluded to is
yes.
like the exhibitors,
yes.
right?
Yes.
They try to attract people
right.
to their booth.
Right. Sort of a location-based advertising.
All right. Well, there we go. That's 3 minutes of questions. Thanks so much. Good luck with that idea. Again, this is time for polling, everybody. This is your chance to go online, vote. What did you think of Bluepin's presentation? Did you like it? Let us know in the polls. And finally, that's 21 teams, everyone. Thank you for sitting through all that. The judges have the hardest job, which is basically putting the numbers together and picking our winners for this. Now, we've gone through so much. We've seen great ideas. Everyone's given their best presentations possible, which is why we can all take it easy, relax, loosen up a bit. All the finalists now, for once today, can take a sigh of relief and just relax. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call them up to join me on stage, and let's get to know them a bit better, not the presentation style, but more like the laid-back version of themselves. So can I please ask all the finalists to come join me on stage? Everyone is presented on this stage. Join me over here. Let's get everyone to come on stage. All the finalists, don't feel shy. I can see you guys. Come and join me on stage, everyone. Don't be so shy and away from me. We're social distancing, but not that far. Let's get closer, everyone. Come join me on stage. I just want to get to know you guys a little bit better. We've got all of you guys who've come on this stage. While the judges are scoring this, we're going to have a little get to know you guys, get to know what it's like. 21 different minds, 21 different ideas, 21 different pitches. And don't worry about the winners, because let's get to know you guys in general. Now, to stand on stage, get comfortable, that's right. There's some space over here on my side. All right, let's get everyone standing nice and positioned and stuff. All right, the photographers are definitely going to take this chance to get a picture, so make sure you're smiling throughout the whole time I'm talking to you guys. All right, okay, I tell you what, you guys are already posing. I like this, all right? Everyone has to come for a pose. Okay, so looking in front real quick, let's get one picture before I ask you the questions, everyone. All right, everyone's giving us their best pose, some thumbs up, some V signals for victory. Let's do that picture real quick. Oh, the first one's got to get a little bit to the center. There we go. There we go, much better. All right. Oh, I see. Getting that 70-30 face. I like it. Okay, so everyone looking at the cameras, let's take one quick picture before we ask you guys more about the lifestyle of startups and people who are in this business. All right, making sure we get that cool looking pose. Again, this is not the end of the program. This is just a little pause, a little relaxed time. You can see everyone's face is looking much better because everyone's more relaxed now. Earlier on, we were all thinking about our presentation. Now it's more like, hey, I'm looking good. All right, let's get that picture together, and then I will definitely want to ask you guys some questions. One more picture with this camera in front of us. And let's keep this going. 21 different ideas. Okay, guys. Okay, I want everyone on stage to make some noise. Are you guys feeling good so far today? If you are, make some noise. Everyone on stage. Woo! Yeah! Oh, there we go. Some energy is coming back. Fantastic. One more time. The camera in the middle. Everyone, hey, just say hi. Okay, now, a lot of people who have been watching today are always curious about startups in general, right? I want to ask you guys some questions. Just simply answer by raising your hand in the air if you agree with the question, all right? So first of all, how many of you guys go to work or are at work before 9 in the morning? Hong Kong time. All right, so a few of you guys. All right, you guys, keep your hands in the air. I just want to see how many of you guys. All right, so let me ask you this. Why early mornings? What do you like about the early morning?
Because I need to tidy up my personal stuff before occupied by all colleagues.
Okay, so what you're saying is you're not there early for work. You're early because you're messy. Okay, I like it. You're like, it's like, very good. Now, let's ask the next question. So, how many of you finish work before 7 p.m. on a daily basis? Anyone over here? Wow, this is... I would like everyone who's interested in startups to realize that these guys are working overtime every single day. No one raised their hand at all. But I'm guessing it's because you guys love what you do, right? So you don't mind staying behind. Some people have to clear their messes as well the next morning. So some people are clearing it the night before they leave. Now, let's keep this going. How many of you have taken a long vacation? And by long vacation, I mean 3 days or more, all right? Have taken a long vacation in the past 2 years? Has anybody from here? Okay, we got a couple of you. All right, right over here. Come step forward real quick. What was the vacation for? Did you need the break, or do you do this annually? Is this a thing you do for sure?
I generally never work on my birthday. It's a little rule. But another rule, well, another one was it was my brother's birthday. So, yeah, we took a short trip.
So birthdays are, no, I'm not working on a birthday.
Yeah, definitely.
Multi-million-dollar deal. It's your birthday. Are you going for the meeting or not?
Oh, I'll go for the deal.
Oh, okay.
I'll break it for that.
Yeah, you'll be born another day then, right, for that deal. All right, fair enough. Okay, let's check. So, favorite snack. Anybody over here likes to have savory food as their snacks while they're working, like chips, salted stuff. Who is a sweet person? Like when you're working, you need something sweet instead. Do you guys eat food? It seems like you don't like savory or sweet. I'm confused. I'm like, how are you surviving? We just drink water and work. That's all we do. Okay, so let me ask you this. What's the go-to snack? You're tired. You're exhausted from working. What's that go-to snack you go for?
Honestly, water. Water's really good.
Water. Wow, you guys are definitely very healthy. Let me get someone who looks like they could probably enjoy a snack. Right over here. I tell you what. Right over. Don't hide in the back. What? Come out here. What's that snack you like to go to when like you're working late or working long?
I really don't do too much snack, but probably a Starbucks.
Okay. A coffee, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
So more a drink.
Keep me awake. Yeah.
Keep you awake. All right. So caffeine. Oh yeah. Let me ask you this: how many of you guys at least 1 cup of coffee per day? You see, startups. We found the ingredient. No one needs the actual edible stuff. It's all the liquid nutrition. Okay, very good. So let me ask you this, right over here. You've been talking about cleaning the oceans and everything. When you get your drinks and food, are you the type of person who never gets takeaway cups?
Guilty as charged. I do get takeaway cups.
But that's a smart thing. That helps your business, right? So you get to clean up the ocean later on.
Sure. Yeah, you need the supply, right?
Someone's got to supply it. Okay, so again, coming back to learning more about startups, what do you guys do when, you're stuck for ideas or, you're late for everything or the deadline's looming over your head? How do you de-stress? Has anybody got any strategic ideas or tips that you want to share? Because people are working hard and they're stressed out. What do you do to de-stress? I'm going to pick someone random if nobody raises their hand to volunteer. Anybody? People, I love it how in Hong Kong, the trick is always to stand in the second row. So you think that you're hidden behind, but of course you must say, there we go. Yeah. What's that de-stressing trick that you do?
We're in Science Park, so I go for a run.
You go for a run, along with the beautiful ocean view, right? So going for a run, a little exercise helps you a lot. Right over here, yes?
Drink a glass of wine.
Product placement, look at this, all right? And where can I get that one now? It's all right. We know we can get that with you guys. All right. So one more thing, though, is that, startups, it's all about trying to be cool and hip. And everybody thinks, everyone's in shorts and T-shirts. Is that the deal? Like, do you guys actually dress up? For example, I see we got T-shirt. Sir, with the shirt. When you go to work, are you in the shirt as well?
Not like this.
Oh, not like, what's the normal dress code for work?
T-shirts and jeans.
T-shirts and jeans. So today, you really dressed up for the judges. You're like, judges, I really put an effort today. I'm looking very good today, right? And then, so another thing, like, do you guys like to take break times? For example, when you're working with the team, do you guys schedule break times? For example, like time to play games or have coffee and chit chat. Do you have that involved as well?
No, not really.
That's right. Working hard, playing even harder, right? It's all work, but that's good. Maybe, I'm guessing because you're enjoying what you're doing, so that in its own way it keeps you satisfied, right?
Yeah, right. I play game at home though. I don't play at work.
Oh, look at this. This guy I like your tone of like, I don't play at work. Everything I do is serious. Yeah, that's the tone of a winner. Okay, so the thing is that, everybody always says startups, it's just about ideas and everything. So how do you get your best ideas? At what time of the day? Let me ask you right over here, right? What time of the day is your best? Are you a morning type of person, or let's say evening or afternoon? When's the best time for you?
I think it's evening time.
Evening time. Is there a reason why you like it? Just when the sun's gone, you're like, I got the best idea?
I don't know. Yeah.
So you like darkness, right? When the sky's bright and blue, you're like, this is not helping me at all. Oh, okay. Good. So how many of you guys get your best ideas in the morning, early morning, or basically before lunchtime? Okay, we got a few. How many of you are lunchtime till, let's say, evening when sunset? How many of you raise your hands? Okay, okay. And how many of you like nighttime? I need like 3 in the morning. Okay, so the key of starting startups is stay up late at night, right? So this luckily is in the afternoon, so this is okay, right? If we had this pitching in the morning, we'd be all asleep and nothing's happening at all, right? Okay, one last question I guess a lot of people like to know is how do you balance work and life? When you're working on your own, I'm sure the biggest challenge is I want to stay at work and finish that job, but the family's calling or friends are calling, loved ones are calling. How do you balance it? Let me ask you over here because I definitely want to talk to you because I like people who have facial hair. All right? Because I feel we're more intelligent, right? Okay. So how do you balance work and life?
Yeah, I reserve a time to make video call with my family during the dinner. Sometimes I cook my dinner and to stress. And during the daytime, I will do some maybe 10, 15 minutes prisoner exercises to make the break and to clear your brain. Yeah.
So video calls to the family. Yeah. You're still not going to see them in person. A distance, I get it. Okay, so right now because of the deal. All right, okay. Well, so then one thing I want to ask you guys, if you have anything to basically tell people who want to get into startups or want to start their own idea, anything you would like to share, I'm going to go with you guys one by one, all right? Just simple, one little thing that you would say, something you learned over the years, something you might tell yourself maybe, when you first began, I wish I knew this. Just share with us so people who are starting up, they can get inspired by your ideas. I'm going to start from the back over here and then the front row from there, right? So starting from you, gentlemen, could you let us know that one little thing you'd like to just tell people who want to get into startups and get involved in this kind of work?
Well, I guess it's something you need to think about, what kind of missing in their life, and then see anything you can come up with a solution.
So think about what's missing in life and come up with a solution. That sounds like me trying to get a girlfriend. This is fantastic. Yet, I want someone to fund that. Okay. So anything you would like to encourage people who want to get into startups?
I would say try fast, fail fast. That's important. And if you have an idea, try to come up with some prototype very fast. Then you can try test it out in the market, see if it works or not. Then you will not spend extra efforts to build something that is not working in the market.
Try fast, fail fast. That's something one of my teachers should have learned when every time I fail, I'm like, I'm working towards something good, teacher. Or yourself, anything you'd like to share?
Take the leap of faith, just do it.
Take the leap of faith. Sometimes when you want to wear jeans, today you wear pants, it all works out, right? Yourself, any little thing tidbit you'd like to share?
I would say adapt quickly, so kind of try fast, face fast, because you don't adapt, you're going to die.
All right, so adapt quickly. Whatever happens, know how to shift and be flexible. Yourself?
I would say stay in the corporate, do not do startup.
Okay, all right. We had a technical difficulty right there. Somehow we got censored. No, okay.
Yourself to it. So unless you are very, you have to convince a lot of people, including yourself and your family, before you start a startup. So just make sure that you are pretty sure that you want to do one.
It's very true. Actually, I do agree with you on the sense. Basically, someone who's self-employed or basically you're doing your own thing, you have to really be real. Like you look in the mirror and say, this is what I'm doing. Everyone around you might be like, this is crazy, it's a risk, but you know this is what I want. If you're not sure, that means you're not ready for startup. Is that correct?
Read my mind. Yeah.
I can do more than just talk. I can read your mind. All right, so be honest with yourself. Don't just jump into startups because it's cool. As you can see, people are working late at night, right? People are not eating any food, only drinking water and coffee, right? So one more thing, anything tips you would like to share about startups?
Actually, opposite opinion. Take that first step. Don't overthink. That's what I think. Yeah.
Okay, so what we learned today is that listen to no one, right? Everyone has different opinions, but again, listen to yourself. I think the most important thing really is to ask yourself, is this the leap of faith I want to take, right? And when you do, go all the way. Don't quit halfway, right? So anything like to kind of encourage people who want to get into startups? You know what? Let's have everyone here. I'm gonna slowly drag you guys into the corner. So anything you'd like to quickly share?
Cool. Well, stay focused and have discipline. On what you do, because there's no one pushing you anymore, right? If you do your own startup. Yeah.
That, I must say, is one of the hardest things, to wake up in the morning when you're the boss, right? Like, you look in the mirror like, I'm going to fire you. I can't fire you. What can I do now? I can't punish you, but I have to punish you, right? So so real quick, because I have this big problem. I can never wake up in the morning. Like, let's say you have to wake up at 6 in the morning for a heavy meeting. What's your little trick that you do to convince yourself to wake up?
I have my iPhone with a full list of alarms, yeah.
So a bunch of alarms that are so annoying, you're like, I'm going to wake up for this. Thank you. 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. Yeah. All right, the trick is every 5-minute alarm.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Okay, cool. Let me get some of you guys. I tell you what, the guys in the back, come join me over here. Like, all you guys who I have not spoken to from you onwards, come join me over here. We have a bit of time. The judges are busy working with calculators, right? They're trying to add 1 + 1 = 2. It's a tough time for them as well. So people want to get into startups. It's a cool thing. You know, the young kids are always thinking, oh, this is so cool. I want to work for myself. I'm my own boss and everything. But from what we've heard so far, it is a challenge. It's not as simple as just go to work and, everything's success. So anything you would like to tell people, through maybe your own successes or failures you would like to share, just to let people know what is startup really like? Could you let us know?
Yes, I will. I'll share with them the success or failure. And then maybe through the conversation, they will also educate me.
So not just talk, but also learn to listen as well, right? The most important part. I guess it's just like, getting response from your consumers. You got to learn to listen to the market and play with that.
That's right.
Wonderful. Okay, moving over here. Any little quick tip, any little quick idea for that kid who's in his room thinking, one day I want to be there?
Well, you need to prepare to work long hours, and you have to keep grinding. Yeah, and sometimes it can be lonely.
That's another thing I think you can touch upon. Is sometimes it does get lonely, right? You're sitting late at night in the office, everyone's left, or you're working for yourself, you're on your own, right? No one else to kind of console and everything. Okay, so make sure that you're enjoying what you do, because it really does get lonely. All right, smartest man in the room.
Thanks. Thanks. I think we would need to prepare for the best and the worst too. Of course, startup always think big, but we need to start from very little things, step by step, I think. And also, a good body is...
I like how you touched my arm, which is just bones. All right. All right. Like using me sarcastically. All right. So remember, the most important thing is staying healthy as well. That's something we also kind of neglect because, we're busy with work. Yourself, anything like to share with everyone?
More discussion or communication between the teammates.
Definitely. I think that's something you want to definitely listen to, because sometimes people have good ideas, but if you don't listen, you're missing out on this multi-million-dollar idea. All right. Moving over here. Other than drinking wine, anything else you would kind of suggest we do?
Ask questions. Whatever you don't know, you ask. Don't be afraid to ask.
So be more curious, correct? Like, be more curious and let people know, hey, I'm not really sure. Let me know more about this, because once you're clear on something, it might spark new ideas. All right, okay, over here, just gentlemen, any little quick tip? Come stand over here. Don't be so hidden in the shadows. All right, any little quick tip you'd like to share?
Actually, the startup means 24 hours works. So just think clear. And when you think clear, just do it.
Okay, so the key is that you get to choose startup or have a baby. It's pretty much the same thing, right? 24 hours work, right? But your startup is your baby. So you got to make sure to remember, when you want to start your startup or start a company or start your own idea, sleep, wake up, and that's it. Say goodbye to sleeping, right? Okay, right over here. Anything you'd like to share?
Because every day we are facing a lot of problems, so we are actually the problem solver. So whenever you face a problem, don't put it aside. Work hard, don't give up, and make it fixed.
Wonderful. So remember, on your name card, other than being director or innovator, also put problem solver. Now everyone's CV has this new thing to add on to it as well. Okay, real quick over here. Just get you over here. Just share with us one quick before I end up with the last few that we got left. Any quick tip?
Yeah, don't do it. Absolutely do not do it. It is the hardest thing I've ever done.
All right, so don't do it unless you're ready to do the hardest thing you've ever done.
But if you still do it, if you still want to do it, then maybe you've got enough to succeed.
Fair enough. So basically, people are telling you don't do it unless you're like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm that certain about it. Okay, so be very certain. Right over here, anything you'd like to share?
Prepare to make the sacrifice, both physically and mentally, and financially.
Physically, mentally, and financially. So it's important that you look at all of us. We're physically fit, I hope, right? We're mentally, hopefully, also fit. Financially, also even fitter. So remember, three criteria. You want to be physically, mentally, and also financially ready to go. This is not just the game. This is the real deal. Thank you so much. That's truth as well. Anything you'd like to share?
I think is don't hesitate. Just try everything you want to try and taste the failure and learn from it.
Wonderful. Don't hesitate. So it's kind of like not saying just go for it without thinking, but sometimes when you doubt yourself too much, you get stuck in your head, right? You want to take a moment and say, you know what, get out of my head. Let me just try it. If I fail, I learn something at least. Wonderful. Okay, right over here, we got 4 more guys who are going to share some tips for everybody. Let me know what you think.
Ensure you like your idea and you're willing to get married with your idea. Yeah.
Okay, so remember to like your idea so much you want to marry it. Legally, I don't know how you will do it, but you know what? The future is always open to any ideas. Like,
You get the point. I'm not sure.
oh no, I totally get the point. I get the point. I mean, once you're married, it's with you for your whole life.
Still keep it. Move on.
Wonderful. No, I totally agree with it. Like once it is, that's part of who you are. That's your identity now. You know, your idea, you hold on to it like a loved one, and you don't just let it go. Correct. Fantastic. Now, yourself?
Start by sharing. Share your passion, share your experience, share your knowledge, know some friends that aligns with your values, and build that startup. And second, understand yourself.
All right, so knowing yourself, I think that's also key criteria. Sometimes when you know who you are, you wouldn't doubt so much about people standing around you saying, I don't really like this idea, I don't like it. Fantastic. So last 2 little quick tips for everyone to share. Let me know, what do you think?
Go really simple, just eat and sleep.
Eat and sleep, be simple. All right.
Take care of yourself, really. You can only be productive if you're healthy.
Take care of yourself, eat and sleep, and also keep things simple sometimes, right? Okay, last one, real quick tip before we go to the results of the day.
Yeah, I think do the right thing at the right timing. Timing is very important.
Okay, do the right thing at the right time. Timing is very important. So it's all about the time. It's all about taking care of yourself and making sure you're enjoying what you do. And remember, once you go in, this is it. This is a leap of faith we're all doing. So thank you very much to all the finalists, to all the guys who came up here. One more, give yourselves a round of applause, everyone. So with that, you know what, guys? You guys can take your seats as well because we're going to get to the results real soon as I keep this going. Now, we learned a lot about what we've been doing. Let me get this over here. Now, I'm going to put down this tablet because we don't need that anymore. And let's move on to our first award of the day. We let the polls open up. You got to decide who you like to pick as your favorite startup award. And for that, I will not be the presenter, but I will be the announcer. So let me please invite Mr. Stephen Liang, Assistant Executive Director of HKTDC, to present the award for us. Stephen, right over here. There we go. Oh, yep. You get a round of applause. Look at that. And the winner of this award goes to Mycology. Come on up here and get your prize. Well done. Give them a round of applause, everyone. Don't feel shy. Mycology, you were the most voted. My favorite startup award goes to you. Come on up here and get your award, please. Right over here. Let's get a picture looking in front real quick. All right, thank you very much. Fantastic job. Thank you so much, Mr. Liang. You may take your seat. And I think we have arrived at the moment we've all been waiting for. I'm about to announce our 11 winners of today. And for that, I'm not going to be the one presenting, but I will be the one announcing. Okay, come on over here. Can we get the results? Oh, this is that sheet of paper everyone's looking for. I will be announcing them one by one in no specific order, but to help me present it, I would like to please invite Mr. Calvin Choi, the Chairman and CEO of AMTD Group, to come join me on stage to present our awards to the first 3 winners. Everyone, a round of applause for him, please. Again, in no particular order, we're going to announce the 11 winners. The first one is Arico. Come over here. Congratulations. Let's get the one quick photo together. Looking forward, looking at the cameras. Well done. First prize of the day. Moving on, our next winner is from SpecTech. SpecTech, come on over here. Come on onto the stage. Just look forward, get that picture. And our next winner, as I call your name, coming up to the stage, it's for Bug Bros Biotech. Yeah, you made it. I told you, hairy people. All right, looking forward, straight up. Get that quick picture. And thank you very much, Mr. Calvin Choi. You may please be seated. Let's call upon Mr. Jason Chiu, the chairman of Hong Kong Startup Council, to come join us on stage to get ready to present 2 more prizes to our winners. Right over here in the center of the stage, please. And the next winner is Return Helper. Hey, right over here. Let's get that one nice happy pose. Looking forward at the cameras, please. And I would announce the next winner to join me on stage to get your prize. It's from IMB. IMB, don't feel shy. There we go. All right, let's get a picture and looking forward. Look, one step to your right, please. Thank you. Okay, we get that. Thanks so much, Jason. You may please also be seated. I'd like to call upon Miss Cindy Chow, the Executive Director for Alibaba Hong Kong Entrepreneurs Fund, to join me on stage to present our next 2 winners. And please join me on stage. The next winner is from Arovia, Hong Kong. There we go. Let's get a picture looking forward, please. And while we're hitting a picture, I'd like to invite the next winner. It's from Wine World Explorer. Well done. All right, looking forward. Thank you very much. Ms. Cindy Chow, you may also please be seated. Next, I'd like to call upon Mr. Duncan Chiu, co-founder and managing director for Radiant Venture Capital, to join me on stage to present our next 2 winners. Duncan, right here on stage. And the winner, I'd like to announce, the next one goes to Shopkyo. Congratulations. Looking forward, looking good. Get that picture together. And the next winner, also presented by Duncan, will go to Innovo Robotics. Well done, congratulations. All right, get that picture. Thank you very much. Duncan, may please be seated as well. Next, I'd like to call upon Mr. Herbert Chia, venture partner, Sequoia Capital China, to come join me on stage to help us present our last 2 awards, everyone. Today, 11 winners in total. Last 2, the next one goes to Gens Technologies. All right, and of course, I'd like to call upon the last winning team goes to Open Ocean. All right, one picture together, please. All right, thank you very much, Herbert. You may please be seated. Moving forward, let's keep this going, because now we move on to our next award, which is, of course, the AMTD SpiderNet Award. For that, I'd like to invite AMTD Digital co-CEO William Fung and Michelle Lee to come join me on stage, please. Can I have the 2 of you? Everyone, a round of applause for the 2 of them, please. Now, can you guys please share with us a little bit more about this award to let everyone know more what it's about, please?
I'll take that. Thank you very much. The purpose of this award, obviously, is to reward the most successful and promising startup, and more importantly, is to choose the one that AMTD will work very closely with and welcome him or her into the AMTD SpiderNet ecosystem, which obviously is a very unique and proprietary network of resources, and more importantly, we want to empower these successful startups by working with AMTD more closely, and we look forward to working with the winner.
All right, thank you much. I think that's it. We better announce the winner then, now that you said all that. That's good stuff. So the winner getting the AMTD SpiderNet Award goes to IMB. Round of applause, everybody. Come join us on stage, please. Right over here. Congratulations. Let's get that picture you're looking for. Take one step to your left, please. There we go. All right, we got all the pictures together. Now I would like to also invite the, thank you very much, the two of you as well. Thank you. Congratulations, IMB as well. Please be seated. And for that, there we go. Thank you. Yep. Hold on. I mixed up my notes a bit. Hey, all right. Okay, so now I'd like to also invite our winners, our 11 winners, to come on stage along with the judges that scored them and made them the winners today. Come join us on stage. Judges, can I please invite all of you guys on stage? And our 11 winners to please join us over here to get a group photo together. All our winners, you know who you are, right? You got that little big check? That's definitely something, a ticket. So come join us on stage. Herbert, Jason, all you guys, don't be shy. The stage is open. Let's get the one happy photo together, because this is a very memorable moment for us to always remember. Can I also invite all our winners? Come up on stage, winners. Hold up your startup ticket. Oh, sorry. Let's get a picture with just the judges. Can I take one step, everyone, to your right, please? One step to your right, get a little bit right in the center. Let's get one photo with just the judges, please. All right, we got the photo with the judges. That's happening. Okay, now, judges, can I ask you to please just step right in the front of the stage, because we're going to call upon all the startups to come join us as well. So, yep, there we go. There we go. Thank you so much. So, startups, come join me on stage with the Startup Express ticket. Everyone, all the winners, come join the judges. Don't be shy. Give us your best look. Let's get that one group photo. This is a memorable moment. The 2020 Startup Express winners of this year. We heard about the stories that Michelle and Harris experienced from winning last year. Imagine what you have in front of you for the rest of the year. Everybody, can I have all the startups to take 2 steps to your right, please? The startups, take 2 steps to your right, please. All right, 2 steps to your right. Let's get a little bit closer. All right, let's get everyone in the shot. Make sure you can see each other. All right, everyone a little bit closer to each other. Let's get that shot together. So, cameras are in front. You know what to do. We did the poses. We did the signs. We did everything. Everyone keep, yeah, there we go. Get your ticket up in the air. Be proud of that. Don't feel shy. Yep, don't cover your face, though. Trust me, your face is way more important than just the ticket itself. We need to know who's the winner. All right, okay, there we go. We've got this going. Let's get some pictures. Hold up. Let's look forward. All right, so give me a thumbs up. All right, everyone with a thumbs up. All right, just to make the picture even more happy, let's also add AMTD Digital co-CEO William Fung and Michelle Lee to join us on stage as well. Let's get you guys in as well, and then finally get that one big happy family photo. All right, everyone, thumbs up right there. Let's get that picture together. This is one for the photo. We're going to go for the video camera in a second. Everyone, let's take that picture first. All right, now, we got the video camera happening. Oh, I'm going to join you guys. Yeah, all right, I get to join as well. Okay, so now, video camera's in front. We got the one with the red light on it. I want all you guys to go 1, 2, 3 and go, yeah, all right? So 1, 2, 3, yeah! Startup Express 2020. Let's make this happen. Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all our winners as well. One more time to all our winners. Everyone who joined us in the finals, thank you so much for joining us today. Broadcasted live on behalf of HKTDC. I would like to thank you for your support, of course, from our strategic partner AMTD Group to make this happen. And yeah, you know what? We're going to keep building networks and market our businesses, seeking potential partners, and of course, enhancing brand awareness. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely afternoon. I'll see you guys next year. Congratulations. Thank you.